just hate
follow
that.
people.
I hate that nobody has came onto my Facebook to hate me yet. Like I'm just like I got it for a reason.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like seeing how vain everyone is. It's so funny.
Well, we're live.
Oh. Whoa. You got Michael. This is
Yep.
By Drecker.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Double.
We're sponsoring this podcast as we speak.
Yeah, so cool. Hey, do you know what? And another, this is actually a pretty big deal because not only do we have Michael in the podcast, but we also have our biggest supporter winner for biggest supporter.
The award winner.
2022.
Yes.
2022.
Yep.
This is the guy that everybody out there only had like the name. Now they have the name to the face.
Yep.
The face to the name.
Yep.
Will he win again this year? He probably will.
I watch it with my boys all the time.
Hey, and do you know what? Our first comment is from none other than our first nominee for biggest supporter, Jacob.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah, Jacob, feast your eyes on your succeeder.
On your king.
So close, so close. All right.
Cool.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, dude, of course.
This is badass. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sick.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't really know why.
I blame Mickey. Don't blame me, Michael. I just blame Mickey.
All right. Hey, do you know what? Hold on. Let me look at it. I was going to run the intro, but I just realized I need to look at it.
Didn't you not? Oh.
No, I haven't run the intro yet, but I need to.
They were
hold on.
waiting.
Hold on.
Prelude.
Hold on,
That's what we're doing
man.
right now.
Give them what they
So I
want.
brought all of my magic decks, and we're actually just going to
And we're going to play
a bunch of
magic.
just gonna play a bunch of magic right now.
Everybody's going to watch.
All right, here goes the
Who's
intro.
going to watch? It's going to be fun.
Oh, wait, never mind. Here goes the intro now.
I don't know. I've been told there gotta be
Something else.
someone there for me.
I might need another one.
If you go,
All right. Hopefully that wasn't.
Probably like right here.
Hey, JB, could you? I think Jerry's here. Can you get the door, please?
All right, gotcha.
if you
All right, thanks, buddy.
get the other beer that
You were trying to...
Yeah.
the food bar.
There's many things that needs to be done. It's a hectic day here.
It's very hectic.
It's a hectic day, but that's all the more special.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this is great.
There's beauty in chaos.
Yeah, nothing but it's Friday.
It's Friday.
And you know, just in time for Jerry, because they're up. Oh, well, actually, we were going to talk about this past UFC card.
No, if anything, I was seeing everything with the fight like earlier today.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it the live.
Oh, yeah?
the live night. It
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. I was able to find like cuts from it.
Dude,
Volkanovski had a good amount of fucking hits coming in, dog. He really did that fourth round.
dude, it was such a big. It's such a.
Like me and JB were talking about it right now too.
Yeah.
Like all the wrestling that
Yeah.
they're doing as well. Like I just think that Israel was just holding him just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why they kind of gave him most of those points.
That's what it came down to, dude. It came down to Islam could only the reason that he won was because he was able to hold on long enough to win until he got beat up. So it is what it is. What's up, man? Take a seat.
JB, you're here too.
Yeah. Just walked you in.
How's it going, dude? Hey.
Grab that microphone.
Yeah, grab the mic.
Yeah. You can move it around, bring it. Yeah.
And then the headphones are like right behind you.
Oh yeah, and there's headphones behind you too if you want to
Great.
grab.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we have Jerry in the studio now.
We got
I
Jerry.
see myself, so I'm gonna be freaking out the whole time.
No, don't worry.
He's going to fix it right now.
I'll fix you up. It's a little bit off
Here.
right now, but don't worry. Well, I'll wait until he gets situated,
situated?
and then I'll bring it up.
You know what? Just sit on Michael's lap. Let's try that.
I've always wanted to.
Right, just sit on daddy's lap.
Double dip.
Double dip.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Actually, you didn't come late. You didn't come late at all. Like you're here, like
ditched work early to be here.
I know.
Oh my
yeah.
You do work in Boston.
I got
think
the
I need a
snack they were
cookie.
handing out to the kids because it was ice
Yes.
cream. Ate my ice cream and then I was like, all right, I'm out.
You didn't give ice cream to the kids, but ate the ice
yeah,
cream.
dude. You're
I
not
got the ice cream before the kids. We're not supposed to do that, but I did that for you guys.
you're not late at all, dude. You're like on time.
Did she get the ice cream or not?
Yeah, you know what? It was fat-free ice cream too. So if you see me slimmer next week, you know.
You already do look slimmer, dude. Just on the camera. Look at that.
Hey, yeah, I hope the camera doesn't add. Oh, hey, this is good.
Right? Surprisingly, right? Yeah.
It was really tasty.
I hope the camera doesn't add like 100 pounds, like you know,
I wanted to
graduating high
add-
school
I
did.
wanted to add more.
You know.
Just 100
Wait,
pounds.
is this recording?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we're live.
We're alive, yes.
I want to say hi to my grandma, who I know isn't watching, and hi to my mom, who I know isn't watching, and hi to my baby mama, who also probably isn't watching.
All right, Jerry, that's enough.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
You asshole.
Oh, sorry. Hey, you can't curse. Isn't this a Christian podcast?
Oh yeah, it is a Christian.
You're a
podcast.
Not
piece of
anymore.
shit, dude.
Ah.
Is this how you want to live your life when Jesus comes back?
I would be so screwed, dude. I
Today's
would be
not a
so
Christian
screwed.
episode. Today's
What?
that.
Today's-
I wanted to talk
Mickey-
about Gnosticism.
Today's an
I wanted
ungodly.
to actually. I wanted to talk to
Debbie
you guys about. I got really into Young Sheldon
Oh,
recently.
okay. You
Yeah,
started watching
and
this?
I
Oh, because he's like a,
yeah,
like
and,
an
yeah, and the whole show is
Oh.
about like God. You know, there's
His
a lot
dad's
of
Bill
Bible
Ponderosa.
episodes. Yeah,
Really? Young Sheldon?
Yeah, yes,
That's why he's an atheist.
yes, exactly.
all this
And I
shit
was
he
like,
went
damn,
through,
like,
he's a
I'm
kid.
learning more about God from that show than I did growing
What do you-
up going
Damn.
to
What do you-
Sunday school.
What do they talk about?
God stuff, you know.
Like
You know
what?
what God talked about? Don't
God,
you know
you
that?
know,
Okay.
the Lord,
You know.
you know.
Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Bill Ponderosa's his
The
dad.
Bill Ponderosa wedding massacre.
How nice.
Yeah. All right, so
my
Nikki sent
buddy,
me
fly.
footnotes about what I can talk about and what I can't talk about. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, religion wasn't one of them, Jerry.
Oh yeah, it was on the list of do not talk about.
Absolutely do not mention my religion.
Tony.
I also wasn't supposed to say the word tangible for Alex. He's not watching, is he?
He probably is.
Only the episodes
Alex
he's
is
on.
watching. Should be.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's good to have you guys here. All right.
Yeah, it's great to be.
Actually, the first thing I wanted to talk about, dude, all these UFOs that are getting shot down. How
Unidentified flying objects.
unidentified fly, and I don't know if
have
you
to specify that.
Okay.
Non-alien.
I don't know if you guys
Aliens,
caught
that's
this,
what we know.
but I think it was just today that Biden actually made the first remarks about
Oh no.
about the UFOs. Biden on
Did he make sense this time?
Was it him or was it?
He was probably trying to sniff a UFO. Like he
Was it
looks
AI
pretty young, you know.
dude, he made it was like a 10-second remark on it, like just
10 seconds.
Is that why there's a short?
Yeah, he was talking
It was already short. Let's make it shorter.
Let's make it short.
exactly. All right.
Wait, wasn't it a
5
Chinese plane
seconds.
though? A Chinese spy balloon?
The
See,
what?
I saw that, and then I saw one of the ones that came out that they shot was just like a gift balloon from like Hobby Lobby.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, the $40,000
Like,
airstrike
Yeah.
to a balloon.
Oh,
So go America! Yeah, thank you for
No, it was great. I
your
like it.
service.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin making that money.
Yeah.
all right. Let me bring this up.
That's good for me.
Yeah, yeah. He's got some funds in there, so that's great.
Nice, buddy.
He's got some funds.
Should have bought more when it.
All right. Let's see if the short captures it all.
Don't yet know exactly what these three objects were.
You have it in here?
But nothing right now suggests they were
Is it loud?
related to China's spy balloon program or that they were surveillance vehicles
even plugged
from
in.
any other country.
You're not.
Hold on. Jerry's not plugged in.
He's not plugged in.
There's a right under you where you're sitting in between the crack of the
I was gonna poke Michael.
in between the crack of the thing. There should be
would've
another
worked, too.
another input somewhere in there. Yeah. Oh, wow, you got it. Oh, that's quick.
Dude, what about us blowing up the pipeline?
Can you hear us or what?
Yeah.
You can hear?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right. Is it too loud? Too low?
No, actually.
Which
it's
pipeline?
good.
All right, perfect.
Partially
The
deaf
Russian
in my
one.
right ear. So.
They blew it up
All right. Let me take it to the
tell-
beginning.
on purpose.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Oh, is this what I sound like?
Yeah, so you sound.
Yes, sir.
Don't yet know
You can change your
exactly what
voice
these
back.
three
All right, hold
objects
on.
were. But nothing right now suggests they were related to China's spy balloon program or that they were surveillance vehicles from any other country. The intelligence community's current assessment is that these three objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation, or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research. When I came into office, I instructed our intelligence community to take a broad look at the phenomenon of unidentified aerial objects. We know that a range of entities, including countries, companies, and research organizations, operate objects at altitudes for purposes that are not nefarious, including legitimate scientific research.
That was a long short.
He couldn't have said it any
Was
better.
that 10 seconds?
Couldn't have said it any
Dude,
better.
that felt like a fucking hour.
It was a lot longer
I
than.
cursed again.
What the? Oh wait, hold on.
Get him off.
You ass.
No, but
Strike
yeah, I
one,
saw
Jerry.
like the recreation. That's why like recreational, the one that they just said was like a Hobby Lobby, like one of those like just gift balloons.
Yeah.
that just got designed.
People are like,
Do you have footage of it?
No, but that was like one of the stories that came out.
Yeah,
Recently.
well, the Air Force has footage, but they don't want us to know.
dude, like I've seen balloons get
And again,
lost in the air
anything's a
so
UFO.
many times. Like,
Anything's a UFO.
Dude, no joke.
Until it's
Like,
identified.
when I
Because there's-
was in, what was it? Preschool, we did that thing where you launched the balloons. Those things move fast, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we took down a few planes with how many balloons we let up in the air. Like,
You know, that's the thing. Like, I think people totally underestimate, and I've been on this level about UFOs like for the longest time. I think there's just a bunch of shit in the air, dude.
There's a fuck ton of shit.
shit. in
I
here.
think there's just like it could be Chinese spy balloons. It could be people doing their own research, like independent research. It could be kids putting up some type of balloon in the air.
like this has always been a thing.
I think there's always been shit in the air, and people have been seeing shit in the air. It could be possible that there
Oh
are.
no, yeah, like I mean,
But
I've
it's
seen
just
some
shit in the
crazy
air.
stuff.
well,
Yeah.
it's because, like, if you think about it, how long has it been since man first went to the moon? We built satellites and stuff. You know, anything that's not being used gets discarded in space. Eventually, it's coming back into the atmosphere.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
that point,
Like-
it's just like
That could be
Because
it.
was
of the-
basically
yeah,
space
'cause
debris.
the-
Space
the
is a big
physics
story
of
right
it,
now.
yeah.
There's a bunch of space debris everywhere.
It's basically a
Dude,
garbage.
didn't like a
can.
some Russian
something's falling right
spaceship?
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
something's
some
projected
spaceship
to
crashed
fall.
into something, and now there's debris falling.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Happens all
We
the
have too much junk in space.
No, but there was this one time though,
much
walking
space
down
junk.
the beach, like seeing like
Space
these four
junk.
lights just like
Sounds like a
to the
dirty
Gulf,
alien porn.
like coming from
Oh,
like, where like SpaceX was coming. It was crazy because at first I thought they were just like just like the regular satellites. Because if it's clear enough, you could just see satellites flying. Like you'll see like
Yeah.
little balls of light for like oh that's a satellite, right?
Yeah.
But this one was a little bit brighter, and then it was me, Vanessa were walking the beach, and we're like, oh look, a satellite, and we're like, oh shit, another one. Oh shit, another one.
Yeah.
And then there was one more after that, and not only were they all going the same way, but then it like curved, so it'd be like, let's say we're facing southeast, and then from going southeast it turns west, and then it just goes straight into like the Gulf.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
that was
wrong
pretty
with a
crazy.
little curve.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the look.
That's why I just feel like there's so many
That's pretty
things.
cool.
There's so many things out there. There's so many like I feel the same way with any type of like phenomena. Like there could be a Bigfoot, but I think the majority of the sightings are very much
That's how I
not
feel about
Bigfoot.
like spooky
Bigfoots
ghosts,
are
when people
invisible.
Like talk about ghosts. I love spooky ghost stories.
Exactly.
Bigfoot is just a big hairy dude.
Bigfoot's invisible. That's why you
big
can't
hairy
see
dude.
him.
It's a skunk ape.
Ghosts probably are real.
Probably, maybe.
Okay, so I have a story about a ghost actually.
Hold on, let me put some scary music.
Put
Okay,
the
so-
X-Files song.
I think I still have the Halloween.
You saw the Halloween mix?
Put like a scary porn isn't real. A few years ago, me and Sammy. Oh wait, am I allowed to name drop?
No.
Can I name drop my own?
You
baby
have
mama?
no. You have to
Me
use
and
a
Redact-
fake
Me
name
and the okay,
for
me
safety purposes.
okay, me and Slagathor, who's my baby mama. We used to live with my parents in a trailer. So the way the trailer worked was, it was my sister's room,
It's so loud.
the restroom,
Don't worry.
my room with Slagathor, and then my parents' room at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
So one morning, it was like 8 in the morning, and my sister's friend had my sister's friend had spent the night. So
Yeah.
we could hear them running up and down the hallway. So Slagathor was like, Jerry, tell your sister to stop running up and down the hall. Like, it's 8 in the morning. Like, what the fuck? Everyone's trying to sleep.
Yeah.
So I had heard them run to the living room.
That's all I got. I don't have that many effects.
So I walk into the living room, and they're both, like, on the couch with a blanket over them. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with... Oh, dude, what the heck is wrong with you guys?
What the hell, man?
Like, we're trying to sleep. Y'all are running up and down the hallway.
Yeah.
And my sister just looks at me and she's pale and she's like, you heard it too? And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. So I walked back into the room and Slagathor's like, what the hell? You let them run right past you? Really? To your parents' room? I was like, okay, Woody, get the fuck out of here.
So everybody
scary.
else was like,
Yeah, my sister and her friend heard it too.
but then you didn't like see anything.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't hear anything either.
No.
Oh, dude, it was right behind you.
Aliens.
Dude, that thing was about to probe me from
Which is
the
just
back.
demons.
Probably, dude. That's
We
why
really
you
get into
couldn't
it.
hear it, but everybody else could.
Ever since then, I've had this. Oh wait, I don't want to talk about my anus.
Buy a gun, dude.
You can't.
Well, I have a
Yeah.
gun now, but I don't think it's good.
Bullets can kill ghosts. It's a fact.
Just put some salt on them, right, or something.
Oh,
or
yeah, you gotta
and
salt
holy
them.
water. Some holy water. Boom.
You have
Pray
to
over
enchant.
the-
You have to enchant them, and then they do +5
Plus
holy
5
damage.
How did we
But
get
then there's a
from
recharge.
UFOs to ghosts? Damn it!
I was talking about UFOs.
It's
you
all
talking about
phenomena. It's phenomena.
Yeah, because we
Basically
were
the
talking about
same
phenomena.
thing, yeah.
It's all
We're talking about
spooky.
phenomena.
It's all spooky.
Yeah.
It's all
Spooky phenomena.
Dude, it's like that movie. What is it? The Fourth Kind, the scariest movie
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Like that movie scared the shit out of me.
Where they're in that
Honestly,
diner.
That one didn't
Yes.
scare me. I liked it, but I just laughed at the end because you could tell it's like CGI, and that's when the chick makes like that.
Oh yeah.
See, you can tell
was like,
where Michael's braver
Oh.
than me because I was scared shitless.
I thought you meant
I
like.
literally had a poster of that in my room, and I would sleep underneath it.
Dude,
So,
if I were in your, I would have cried seeing that.
like it
poster.
was the poster of just like the Fourth Kind poster. Like,
No way that was
and all
happening.
that. The owl. Yeah, it was that. That was the
No.
poster I
No,
had.
no,
Literally,
don't
it was
play
that.
it, dude. I'm scared. I have to drive.
gonna
Show
get
the
taken
owl.
down.
Show the owl.
Hold on. Let me put it up.
I was just like, this is trying to be Blair Witch, and I love Blair
Guys, while we're watching this, comment and let us know what movie traumatized you as a child.
Yeah, this is important.
We'll play them all in here.
Yeah.
So what's going on in this
So
scene?
this is her talking about her getting abducted.
Yeah.
So the actual footage is the chick that's flailing. That's her.
Oh wow.
There was
It
like
does
a
not look as
psychic.
scary as I remember.
Because it wasn't.
I only saw it the
It
one time.
wasn't.
Because it was dark when you were watching it, dude.
I think I had all the lights on.
That's why, like.
Wait a
even though it
minute.
happens at
This
the
is
very
the
end of
fourth kind,
Here's the fourth kind. Do you remember the fourth kind?
dude.
It was a scary
God,
movie.
dude.
It was a scary movie, okay?
I saw this one on shrooms.
I was like, great, now she can't make another Resident Evil
That would
movie
make
because
me
aliens
scared.
took her.
Dude,
That would make me
no.
scared.
At some point, like I felt like I wasn't watching the movie. I felt like because I think it's the part where they're like at the mountains,
Yes.
and so like everything starts coming out, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened, all like it felt like the TV like.
Okay,
was
this is
coming
the
at
part
me.
where I was watching. I was like, "What the?
Yeah.
what the
Oh,
fuck?"
yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
no, that's why this is her where she makes the face. Like,
Okay, now
yeah, it's that. See, I was
imagine
like,
like,
no.
imagine like young me like watching that, crying with the lights
Yeah,
on in the
'cause,
kitchen. Like,
Honestly, that scared me a little bit. I was like,
You've
oh
never
my
seen this
God.
movie,
Because
Mickey?
at that point, that's her getting.
Have you never
taken
seen this
over
movie?
by the alien to talk.
now Mickey straight up like,
Because
she's
the
Dude,
guy
you
that was
should
there was
watch
the
it.
psychic. Yeah, the guy that was there was. She's
Yeah.
using this as like the medium. For
Yeah.
The aliens. Now the alien movie that kind of fucked me up. That was really good. Was Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky. That's a good
Yeah.
alien
I don't
movie.
watch alien
Play
movies.
clip.
And that was the
that.
one
Play
where
a
it
clip
was like
from
a
Fire
group
in
of
the Sky.
four, a group of four, like I think was it like lumberjacks or like
Sounds hot.
woodmen people. Yeah,
That sounds pretty cool.
sounds like they're just driving in their truck, but one of them gets abducted. The guys go into a diner, and then it becomes like a missing persons report. Dudes,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you killed him." Guy shows up later, like fully naked, covered in ooze, and he's like dehydrated. It happened in the 80s. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like his recollection is like, oh, he was taken up for experiments and all this other stuff.
I think
You know,
I saw
alien
this on
related stuff.
TikTok.
That one that's a really good movie. Yeah, I remember seeing that one. And that was the alien movie that fucks me up. Not Alien itself. Alien's badass.
Do you know what movie?
Alien was-
Do you
That's
know
like that's women power movie.
what movie I haven't seen in the longest time? And today I was like, I was thinking like I have to find a way to watch it because it's not on Disney Plus. It's not a scary movie.
13
Oh, look at the
I'm not
Irish.
Look at the Irish.
Look at
That-
the Irish. Your
that-
favorite movie.
That is on Disney Plus. Okay.
Corey in the House is not on. Just so you all know.
Really? It's
That's
that?
lame.
Yeah, no, it's not. Apparently, because of Kyle Massey's allegations against him. I'm
Oh,
assuming
wow.
they're gonna put-
What-
But he came out in a lot of shows, didn't he?
That's So Raven
That's
song.
So
No, they
Raven.
redact him from That's So Raven. It's just
Wait.
a big. It's just a
Yeah.
block.
It's just another. It's just another.
They erased. They
African-American
erased.
kid, like-
Yeah, they erased him.
But it's still there.
No, I'm just fucking around. But I
It's
can
just
see
a
the
fucking
dudes.
blur. Like
I'm sorry. Let me
Raven, what you doing?
let me rephrase
It's
it.
Bill Cosby. No.
Let me rephrase it. Who's Kyle Massey? Who's?
He's the guy that played Corey.
That's
from Corey
Corey.
in the house.
That's Corey from Corey in the House.
Oh, he had allegations.
Corey,
Yeah.
in the house.
Oh, I thought you meant the friend. Didn't the
white friend?
No, the black,
All of them.
The black
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown.
No,
did.
all
Yeah,
of
he
them.
had allegations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's.
They probably raped the same. I mean, I'm just kidding.
His whole thing is the whole thing you were talking about the last time, with like the Lindsay Lohan.
Yes,
and
I think
stuff.
most Disney
that happens to him, but
kids,
most
yeah.
Disney kids it happens to.
Yeah, they
Not
were all
gonna
in
lie,
trouble.
growing up, one of my cousins had a friend that she got into Disney,
Yeah.
and like she actually like voiced some like voice acting stuff, for like Disney XD and all that, and she would talk about.
Took a turn.
No, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like she would just
Ew.
talk about like how all these actors have they can't be out in public.
Yeah.
Because at that point it's like, oh, they can get in trouble for
touching.
they could pull what's his name, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that guy, that actor,
Broderick Matthew.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew,
Yeah,
yeah.
Again, he killed 2 people in Ireland, right?
Oh
he ran
yeah.
over people and nothing happened with that. So they don't want
Yeah.
that to happen again because that's a young celebrity star,
Yeah.
using their limelight stuff. So a lot of them would just party together and like do stuff together and stuff like that. Like, oh, we're all gonna be friends and do.
It's
our
like
own,
another
like,
class of
Yeah,
people.
and because again at that point they're playing teenagers, but they're like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Dude, that makes
And
100%
then-
sense.
Yeah.
Imagine how wild those
Like,
parties
like
smell.
think about now that we're
how
older.
much cocaine was there?
No, they said
Like-
Kyle Massey was pretty.
What'd you say?
He would get the dinkest bud in all of them.
Well, now that we're older, but not
crazy.
only that we're older, but like because we have no reason to like go out, and especially celebrities would have no reason to go out. It would only get them in trouble.
Yeah.
We hung out amongst ourselves. Like it would always be at somebody's place.
We
But
have to.
That's
yeah,
at a
yeah.
grander scale.
Is that why we only hang out with each other?
But now,
Yeah.
So we
no,
don't
no,
get
no.
in
So
trouble.
we don't
No,
get in trouble.
not that we only
So
hang
we
out with
may-
each other, but we only hang out with each other in isolated places. Like we don't go to public places.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Well, I don't like to be. out
Yeah,
in
we
public.
do.
Well,
So
we do,
every
but
now
Well, we
and
not
then.
gonna
have,
act-
but it's
Where
not
have
the
we
you.
gone in public?
We're not gonna act ignorant.
Now imagine
We
if
were at the wedding.
That was also like a private event.
That's also- yeah.
now imagine
Not everybody was invited.
imagine if we all had mansions. It would be that much more. You
That's
know
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. Like so,
Like in the
some more
same
group of
spot.
ghosts.
from what she said, it was just like all of them hang out together. They all party together, and that was the way it would be for them. So for them to, that was the Orlando Brown. Like, what was him?
That's how you rate
Crazy
people.
song.
Bro, imagine how crazy Miley Cyrus was at those parties.
She's still crazy.
That's why, like, imagine her,
Look at-
like,
look at
look at how
Duff
she is in front of a camera.
That's what's
imagine
fucking
her
crazy.
out of
She
camera.
actually
view.
walked out of that.
Yeah. Good for her.
She walked out.
Good
She
for
walked out
her.
of that. Yeah. Because the ones, because you can see that kind of like made their own name for, like Shia LaBeouf did, he went on his own like Viaje rant thing for a while too, but but he also kind of got out of that whole like Amanda Bynes thing, Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Brown,
Dude, Amanda
Kyle
Bynes.
Massey, if we would say
Bro,
that too.
Amanda
even
Bynes,
Raven
bro.
Simone for a little bit, who kind of went into the limelight and bought into that, that kind of.
I got
stuff.
you. I got you.
Yeah,
So sad.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy when you start seeing it.
You know
can
who I
see
actually
it.
really, really liked when I was younger? The girl from Unfabulous.
Which one's
What the hell was
unfabulous?
her name? It was on Nickelodeon.
You're saying
It was
these
on
words like,
Nickelodeon.
oh wait, I'm thinking about Victorious.
That's Victoria.
Hey, she's the
Oh, yeah.
niece of a celebrity, right? Freaking a famous celebrity.
Victoria Justice.
No, Unfabulous.
I know Victoria Justice from her episode of Big Time Rush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from season 4 where they're stuck in traffic, so she has to keep performing.
All right, Jerry,
until
no.
the guy. No.
Yeah, no,
That was on the list not to talk about.
Roberts, Emma Roberts, right? That's her name,
Roberts.
and
Emma
she's the
Roberts,
niece or something of.
He knew the whole time. He was just pretending.
Robin Williams.
It's Roberts.
It's Roberts, not Robin Williams.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Better put her on a suicide watch.
I'm saying I know the name. I'm not pretending to not know the name, but it's just like when I try
No,
to
he knew
remember.
her name. He didn't know.
Okay, Roberts, Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah, she's Julia Roberts. I think niece or something like that. Yeah,
Extended
yeah.
so-and-so.
It's not even.
secret
I don't even
child.
think it's that extended. I think she might be her like niece.
daughter, but just doesn't have a dad.
I thought she was her daughter, but apparently she's either way. Who cares? You know. Okay, I don't even know how that got brought up, but yeah, you're attracted to Unfabulous, right?
Well, her and from Victorious, the one that plays Jade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She did not come. Oh, she did come on an episode of Big Time Rush.
Do you know what? Speaking of all of those, like not conspiracies, but all of that, like pedophilia.
You mean Dan Schneider?
Dan the Foot Snyder.
Dan the Foot Schneider?
That
Dude, I brought that up to my family. Like I brought up the whole like Nickelodeon bullshit with like iCarly and like Drake and Josh and how again they would have like the foot logo for Nickelodeon for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then this guy got in trouble. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked.
Feet are
Dan.
gross too. Like, how, like,
Dude.
you gotta be the shit to be like, let me see your feet.
The top search is weird, Dan Schneider. Those are the 3.
Oh, we're gonna have to look at Ariana
but,
Grande's feet.
but that's why. So, all right, just to set,
Dan the all-nighter Schneider.
Dan the all-nighter Schneider.
just to set the stage, like we're all millennials here, and
Even
so
gonna say molested. We were all.
we were all molested here at one point.
No, but I mean, like, we all grew
And
up
I
on
didn't
this
even get the
content.
part.
Yeah. Like,
That's
we
why-
saw
Where are
you
some
going with
little
this,
shit
Mickey?
in these videos.
Okay, to set the premise for people watching. Yeah, we all grew up like during the age of like Drake and Josh, Victorious, iCarly,
What
These
was
guys
the
were
other
our
one?
idols.
Big Time Rush.
Big Time Rush,
Britney Spears'
Zoe 101.
Zoe 101.
Zoe 101.
Dude, Lizzie McGuire.
All
Oh,
of
I
these
love
shows,
Lizzie
and
McGuire.
all of these shows, or as far as Nickelodeon,
There's literally a foot on that 4th one down in the back. He did not give a fuck.
on the Nickelodeon side, they were all
Dude.
produced by. Wait, hold on. They were all produced by Dan Schneider.
Yeah. Schneider.
And
The
so,
foot, yeah.
so there's this conspiracy that Dan Schneider is like a pedophile.
There is
Why?
no conspiracy.
Why? Because there's a lot of very weird things that he had the female actresses
Oh, yeah.
who are teenagers do, and it's like to
A
the
lot of
point
foot
where
stuff.
it's a lot of foot
Look
stuff.
up iCarly Twitter from
Play-
2007.
play the third
to
one. No,
Wait, hold on,
2009.
hold on.
Play Ariana Grande and Janelle McCurdy.
Hold on. Too many voices. Too many voices.
Play it now.
Show your feet.
No, yeah.
Show
One
your
of the
feet.
things they would do on Twitter, like
What the
when
heck is
when
this?
iCarly first came out.
Wait, hold on.
So now, just for fun, I'm gonna say 3 sentences that I bet not one person
There's
has
one
Feet
ever
are
said
dirty
before
as fuck.
in the
That's
history.
why.
That's how he likes it.
People
Sentence
like
number 1.
that.
Oh man, my uvula
Have
got
you
stuck
not
between that
seen
hamster's
Oh,
toes.
Quentin
Did you
Tarantino's
hear that? That was
movies.
Never
That's what I'm saying.
happened.
Hold
Your
on.
uvula-
But this is important that we listen to this.
We need to talk. She
wanna
needs to talk
hear it,
about her
dude.
feet.
All right, hold on. Shh.
Me a lot. So now, just for fun, I'm gonna say 3 sentences that I bet not one person has ever said before
Dirty foot.
in the history of mankind. Sentence number 1. Oh man, my uvula got stuck between that hamster's toes. See?
What is sicko?
That could never happen because your uvula is that swingy thing in the back of your throat right here.
Oh.
They wrote that. They wrote that
So
for
there's no
her.
way you could get it stuck between a hamster's toes. Sentence
I do
number
not
3.
remember this shit on the show.
I'm soaking wet! Quick, somebody bring me the ocean! No one would ever say that. Why? Because if you were soaking wet and you were upset about it, the last thing you'd want is for
So
somebody
bad.
to bring you the ocean. Because
How
the
old
ocean
was
is
she
even
here
more.
before?
Do you know what? Okay, that's why. That's why.
How
Here's.
old was she? Because I don't want to say
Let,
anything.
let me point this out. I
This
feel.
is the same Ariana Grande.
Google her age.
I feel very uncomfortable watching this.
Yeah, I want you to take it off.
She's very young.
This was not in the notes
You
you
had
gave
to
me
have
for
been
today's
like-
podcast. I
what?
did not
This
know
wasn't
I was
planned.
going to be looking at
She was like, what, 14 then, maybe?
Probably around.
Oh.
Maybe like 16.
Look up
Yeah,
Ariana Grande feet.
But it's
now.
just like that whole
Michael,
thing.
16's legal now.
Yeah, she's legal now.
Not that whole-
I think she's older
Changes
than
everything.
I think she's older than
We're
me
not
and
in
you.
Japan. We're not in the Philippines.
Are they in the
That's
in Japan?
fucked up.
All right,
I think that's just like everywhere.
all right, boys.
I missed
Let's
that. I missed that red hair, honestly, though.
All right, boys.
Bro,
Let's
let's change it. JB started to get Snyder territory.
let's
Porn
get
isn't.
let's get our feet on.
More wet than even the wettest person in the world. Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check
Oh
this
my
out.
god.
Oh no, we can't watch this. We can't watch this. Okay,
Google her age when this was.
watch this.
We're
gonna get
What are we doing?
off, dude.
We're gonna get your own
real.
thing.
Fake.
Save us, past JB.
God.
Porn isn't real. It's
That was fake for sure. That was definitely
This is
fake.
definitely fake. This is definitely very
That
scripted,
was,
all scripted.
That was a young underage Ariana Grande.
You want to be a movie star, don't you? You gotta stick the foot in the mouth.
And she's
But that's
like,
what's
okay,
happening.
I do that all the time
You
anyway.
know, and not even that, but like her parents just like, so we have a scene for your daughter to where she has to say, you can't be as wet as the ocean. That's fine.
Okay,
What's the check?
I don't think she had parents.
She probably didn't. Test tube baby.
That's
She's a clone.
That's why
fair. They
that-
probably sold her to Dan Snyder.
that's why it's
Probably did.
that's why it's so so controversial because it's very like that's disgusting. Like for somebody to write that, you know,
Yeah.
for an underage girl, like it's just it's weird. It's pedophilia.
What was his payout?
But
His payout?
What was his payout?
but the reason why
He would get to bang these little girls.
No, I'm saying,
look at their
no, I'm
feet.
talking about like the writer.
he never had sex with these children.
Ejaculate
Okay,
on
dude.
That you know
You know
of.
that they think that he's Jamie Lynn Spears' baby's daddy?
Yeah, I have
Everyone's
seen
gonna
that.
say something like that.
yeah.
That's why we didn't get Zoe 101.
Yeah.
No, deeper rabbit hole. Lindsay Avril
I
Lavigne
remember
died,
that
and there's a
conspiracy
clone.
theory. Yeah.
That's the deepest rabbit hole. into that.
She can't just get regular pregnant because she got pregnant. It has to
Oh,
be
not
something like
regular pregnant, Dan Snyder pregnant.
Dan Snyder pregnant. is
Dan
a thing.
Snyder pregnant.
Yeah.
It's different.
Tell me there was never an audience in here cheering when you guys would say something funny.
They sit right here. What are you
Jerry,
talking about? Don't you
shut
see
Oh, there they are.
Jerry.
bring someone in all the
shut
time.
the hell up.
I didn't see
Jerry.
that they were behind the.
Why did you bring Jerry on here? You see the
Why
camera
would they
on
show
the
the
other
audience?
I was here to talk about UFOs and pipelines, not children's feet.
Yeah, this took a weird turn.
side. Yeah, you did.
I didn't put it there.
We
Wait.
could have segued this
Wait,
into
how-
the reparations stuff.
How did we
This
get
was
here?
Michael's fault for talking about how
How
he
did
was
we
not
get
afraid
here?
of the
First
fourth
of
kind.
all,
I wasn't
Oh
afraid of
my
the fourth.
He was
kind.
not afraid of the fourth.
I
kind.
wasn't afraid of the
oh, we were talking about movies.
How did we get there?
We were talking about UFO
Look,
movies.
if we're talking about good movies, I really like the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I
Yeah.
think there's feet in that movie.
Probably.
Is that what we were is this episode about feet? This episode brought to you by Athlete's Foot Powder.
Athlete's foot
I
power.
still don't know if I like feet. or
Gold
not.
button. What? Oh, I'm
the
sorry
hell's your
about my
problem?
earlier comments about it being dirty then.
JB, enough.
porn isn't real. It's fake.
A real man's man could admit that he's in the feet.
All right,
and
next.
afraid of the fourth
Like if
kind.
you know, you know. If you don't know, then you're probably not.
All right, next topic. All
Fire, this guy's way scared.
right, so here's a big problem that I had that I don't like to admit, but I just feel like, oh my gosh.
Uh oh.
Okay, here's the problem. I didn't see this. The Super Bowl. Apparently, they had the national anthem, and then they had the black national anthem.
Oh, I was tripping out because they did play it twice.
Wait, what? I saw it. I didn't know.
Yeah, I
what
saw
the
it.
fuck
I
saw it
just
on
kind of
Twitter.
panned. I mean, I was outside, you know, just like we were watching the game. But like
I
they,
saw
they,
what's
they
his
played
name?
it. They played it twice.
Didn't the country guy? Didn't he do it?
Yeah, he did. But there was one right before that. It was this. I don't know the.
It was
the guy
Woody
that
and the
sung it,
Blowfish.
But
Okay,
yeah, it was her. She sang
Oh.
Never mind.
I only
it.
have,
But Tennessee Whiskey Dude sang it afterwards. Yeah, Chris Stapleton.
yeah. All right,
To perform, lift every voice and sing.
all right. Let me bring it down.
No, yeah, I mean like.
Are we gonna get
was-
taken off
it was
because of
chilling.
this?
Well, that's why I'm not actually putting it
By
on.
YouTube.
Just
It's just because it's more of a spectacle now, you know. Like, and again, bro, what month are we in? You know, so this has to be a thing.
is it Black History Month?
We
right
are
now?
in Black History Month.
Oh, I
Is
thought
it?
that
I
was.
thought it
It's
was
not June.
men's-
No,
Wasn't
that's
it?
Juneteenth.
I thought it was men's
Oh.
mental health awareness.
It is.
month.
That is also.
Well, that
but-
always gets
but-
overshadowed.
But yeah, it's not about us.
Look, here's the problem.
It's about him,
Here's the problem I have with.
Just that one,
her.
that
Alright.
one guy.
Here's the problem I have with it. I feel like I'm trying to bring people together. Like I'm trying to that we all have this thing in common. Like let me make it 100% clear. Like this is what I imagine. And here's me trying to understand where they're coming from. They want a black national anthem. Like
Yeah.
the whole point is that it's a national anthem. Like it's actually
I don't see them on their knees.
It's actually dividing. It's actually
Kaepernick.
Wait, JB. It's actually dividing whites and blacks.
Yes.
Like it's
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to say that, okay, you all do your thing, but we don't feel that we were a part of the early culture of
Of settling America.
Yeah.
And all that.
They just
And-
need their own thing.
And so we're going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
That is 100% divisive.
Yes.
And here's the thing: the founding fathers, George Washington, all these people, not the, but like I'm trying to say all the people
that constructed it.
They look nothing like me. They talk like nothing like me. They were from a totally different time than me. They were from a totally different culture than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I was raised in the Valley my entire life, and so I have nothing in common with them. But I still I feel like that's my lineage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like,
But at that point, that's the country you're from. So that means if you were born in, again, like, Egypt,
Yeah.
or Cairo, or fucking
In
Turkey,
Egypt?
wherever, that would be like, that's my lineage, and that's where I'm from, and you would still take that. for
Exactly.
where you're at,
Exactly. And so that's why like
And I feel you on that. I'm with you on that.
this is supposed to be something to where like we're supposed to come together that like, even though these people look nothing like me, that's my
This is your country.
that's my country.
This is
that's
your whole thing.
That's
which I'm
my
not a
hi-
fan of. I'm not.
you follow the rules here.
I get where
That's
it's
my
coming from.
history, and part of my history was that, like, at some point in American history, there was slavery, just the same way that there was slavery.
Just at some
in-
point in not even our history, our ancestors were taken over by the
But
Spaniards.
there was
And then we were
slavery-
here, and then we came up to the United States, and then now we made our own pueblos here.
There was slavery everywhere.
exactly. Any
and
fucking
who sold them into slavery?
Their own
Africans.
The
truth
own
is
Africans.
their
You can't say
own
that.
The divisiveness is what gets more views. I don't even think they care about black, white, brown. I mean, they want to divide everybody that's at a lower
I think-
socioeconomic level because it'll cause more viewers, more buys, and in the end, it's all to
See, because even then, back then,
almighty dollar.
slaved, right? Like,
face the microphone to it.
right there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
squeak it. There you go.
Good, perfect. Keep doing
But
it.
I mean, that's how it always is. They expect division because division leads to more controversy. More controversy is going to lead to
More money.
more money.
They
more
just think,
publicity.
they think that this is something good for African Americans, but what they're really doing is that all these people who feel like this is a good thing, they're actually screwing up their own culture. They're trying to separate Black Americans from every other American, and like all you're doing is creating a more divisive culture. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, this country I believe is like the best country on earth. And like actually has a constitution that protects our freedom of speech, our freedom of religion, all this stuff. They're like totally like they're separating themselves from it, and we're all supposed to at least be on the same page of these very fundamental things. You know what I mean? So like I get it. They feel like disenfranchised, that they were ripped apart from their culture. They were ripped apart from their country, and so.
Technically, they were.
Well, technically,
you can't deny that they weren't. Because
technically,
they were
their
also giving
ancestors
away-
were.
They were-
Technically, their ancestors were. Not
Well,
even them.
Yeah, I
That'll
don't
make it any
personally.
better, Jay.
No,
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
just saying, like,
they don't have a starting heritage because even the people that sold them into it were their enslavers, right?
Right.
So at that point, their own people in Africa got rid of them, and since they got rid of them, they came to the United States. They never had a self identity until they came here, and they created it out of the pockets of slavery they had. Their own way to do that. That's why you see, like, oh, I braid my hair to hide seeds in it. Fucking bullshit like that, right?
Yep.
So I could say that they, I can see where they want this, and I kind of get it. But again, it does cause separation. It really does cause separation, which is one thing we shouldn't be doing. But again, where's all this stem from? This all stems from like right whenever what is it? Black households in like the 40s and 50s that funded, like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, was it Robert Harvey? Like after that civil rights movement, started booming, all those motherfuckers get taken out. The next step to get taken out is, the black family, just cohesive family, not even just black, but just like
Nuclear family, yeah.
Nuclear family, right?
Right.
Which is let's strip the inner cities of, plumbing, schools that you can get a plumbing license in or welding license in. So the male father figure can raise these kids that can't afford to go to schools, and let's separate. And then at that point, it's like, let's make, the woman the stronger voice in it. The male is now seen as, if not effeminate, but unmasculine. He's not working, now he's just doing his own fucking shit, not helping out the family. And then now we're having this set in, which is let's separate that even further to where now there's a power struggle, not only within the, multiracial community, black community, our community, But let's also put, the separation of color back into it, because now that there's a separation of color within, our own country, it even brings us into even more of a fucking divide, which I'm not a fan of that.
And it's so crazy because when I took anthropology, we were actually like learning about how, the only thing that really separates us is the skin color, like the amount of melatonin created. Because even DNA tests, like everyone's like, I want to see where my ancestry is from. Let me take a DNA test. Oh, I'm from this part of Europe. I'm from this part of Africa.
But like 10%.
DNA tests don't
But that's
actually
like-
tell
yeah,
you
but that's
like
with everything.
they don't tell you where you're actually from. They can't even
Yeah.
tell you what race you are. It's
Exactly.
just a probability because you have some identical markers to someone who frequents that area.
matches, Yeah.
But there's no way a DNA test can tell you you're black, you're white, you're brown. Even
See,
though
man,
your bones can't tell you. Like
That's why I want aliens to
crazy.
come down, because the moment the alien with the big ass gun that's coming down, like, hey, we're gonna enslave the human race, all of us are gonna come together and be
Yeah.
like, hey,
Unified.
fuck all of our problems. We're
gonna be
all
like
just
Gears of
humans
War.
now.
Well, except
And
for the
now we have a
lizard
common
people.
enemy, except, well, they're the ones that are doing all this to us.
damn it.
It's not good.
Son.
And where's God? Yeah, dude, it's so crazy because when you really look at it, like we're all literally the same, and yet they're so focused on the amount of like melanin that's created in the skin, and that's what's separating us. And it's just
Well,
kind of
they're playing.
embarrassing.
It's more them playing more victim now, and they're trying to fight that victimization. Like again, we can't even call them out on it, because at that point now you're bigoted.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my ancestors went through stuff too. Again, like these fuckers got fucking completely raped. Of all their land. The
Who is that? I
Aztecs,
can't
the
see.
Mesopotamians.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like they completely got stripped of their lands, got sickness brought upon them. Even like if you have native background roots, like look at the Native Americans now and their reserves, drinking fire water, like bullshit like that, man. Like, if anything, did y'all see the last South Park episode? Not this one, but the one last week where there's like the Cupid Yee. They did a whole spin on like Kanye West, but
They're making new
Oh
episodes?
yeah,
Yeah.
And
Oh, what the heck?
the first episode was really good. It brought up
How
the
many-
victimization of how it's just like, oh, the Jewish people run Hollywood. Well, African Americans are also victims as well. So you're seeing Token and Kyle have that confrontation of like, you should understand where I'm coming from. It's like, why should I
Why
understand
should
where
I
you're
understand?
coming from?
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're a victim. He's like, well, why
I'm
am
a
I the
victim.
victim?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one argument Token used against Kyle, because Kyle's like, well, Kyle's like, not all Jews run Hollywood. I mean, a lot of black people are in the NBA, but that doesn't mean they are run by black people. He's like, yeah, because white people run the NBA. He's like, good point. It's just like, yeah, like, oh, dude, it was really good, that one. And then the recent episode too, that was Wednesday. They were talking about what was it? Prince, was it William?
Oh yeah, he's like giving they want their privacy.
They want their
but
privacy, but they're so out and about their own shtick.
I can't stand that freaking couple, dude.
No,
Like, they're
check out these
obviously-
last two episodes. They were
That's why
great.
that
They were
episode
really great. You see them too.
They're obviously
to
just
watch.
out for clout, man. They want to do it, and they play that game of like,
Watch the
just
episode.
That's why one of the scenes is like, oh, you're you're the victim. Oh, the victim that was the Prince of England, multimillionaire and a philanthropist. Victim. Yeah.
Yep.
they all suck, dude. And that's what goes towards our new. You weren't here when I announced our
Oh,
new
is it
ancestral
creepy?
tenant.
Oh.
The what was it? All
All
celebrities.
celebrities are creepy.
All celebrities are creeps. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and do you know what? And I'm not gonna back down. I thought about it afterwards. I'm not gonna back down about Lindsay Lohan. I do think she was putting up a front the whole time. I don't think she actually inherited all of that accent. I think she was doing it on purpose.
She
And
received esoteric
She's
knowledge
crazy.
far beyond that we could understand.
exactly.
She's crazy.
She's crazy.
That's what happens when you become an esoteric. You just you know everything of the universe, and that's when you start talking with an accent.
You know
know-
too
the
much.
whole time.
And speaking about that, let me
What
put
if I wanted to start talking with an accent?
speak. That's
You-
why. But at
you'd be
least
like
you.
Lindsay Lohan.
But at least you would admit. At least you
I'm
would.
from London.
At least you would admit that you're doing it because you're trying to speak with an accent.
But
You
I'm
wouldn't
not going to
just-
say that. I'm just going to do it anyway.
You wouldn't just pretend that.
Dude, I had this girl do that to me one time. Like she convinced me like that she was from like Britain, and then she was like talking normally, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You were doing an accent the whole.
JB,
No,
you're too trusting.
I did see that the slam poetry
I
thing.
hated her after that.
You need to
It
stop
was
being
it
so
was all
trusting.
right, but like
What do you mean it was all right?
I mean, but they were really pushing it on a children's show.
Exactly, dude.
On
That's
a children's show. But like, if just any context of like someone that watched, because again, we grew up with Proud Family too.
Yeah.
That's part of that whole
Millennial
dynamic.
thing,
that we
yeah.
never
watched it.
You never did. It was pretty funny.
was
I'm not gonna lie. I know they made the son autistic, so now her brother's autistic. Yeah, to be for inclusiveness.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know. That's crazy.
They made his son autistic. But no, I saw. Yeah, I mean, it's slam poetry, but it's the black reparation thing. All of them earn 30. They deserve the $30 million they want to give them in San Francisco. You see that?
Oh no.
No, yeah, you haven't seen that either. No, yeah,
Wow,
there's
$30
because
million.
California is the first state that's actually.
Oh,
really
that's
pushing,
right. Yeah.
like reparations for African Americans for them.
I thought it was a
living in the
joke. I didn't know it was a
No,
real
that's
thing
real.
going on.
Yeah, like 30 million per person.
Dude, that just pisses me off just thinking about it, dude.
Where's my 30 million?
Do you know what I thought about,
I'd
dude?
be happy with $30.
Where are the Indians 30
By
million?
lunch.
What the fuck?
That's why they want to
They
give
got
people.
fucked up first.
They want to give people reparations. Do you know what I thought about that? I didn't realize that anytime we think about, I don't know, maybe you guys don't think about it the same way, but anytime
Yeah.
most people think about if I won the lottery, they have every dollar accounted for. So their whole thoughts,
Like a third goes to taxes.
their whole thought on what they're going to do with the lottery winnings, it's gone. So their money's gone already. Like they already have it in mind.
Do-
Every dollar is spent.
See, and that's because Dave Chappelle did a skit literally on the black reparation thing. You remember that one?
No, I didn't watch that many.
No, after this one put on Dave Chappelle reparations.
Yeah.
And it's literally a skit on like, oh, every black person in America got like, I think it was like $100,000 or $1 million.
I vaguely remember that.
And like some of them were just playing craps with it. This dude bought like a whole carton, a whole truckload of Newports. You know, like Fubu KFC became a merged company.
Exactly. And do you know what? That's not a criticism on black people. I feel that for anybody, like with the stimulus checks, they're just gonna spend it. They're gonna spend it on something.
That was
you know
the
what
whole
I mean?
point of it.
The whole
to make
Hey
the
man, they got
economy
me new
grow.
tires for my
They-
truck.
That was the whole point of the
We'll
stimulus.
print out more
The
money
whole-
for us to buy. More pennies, though.
the whole point of the stimulus was that there was a governmental mandate that caused people to lose money, and this was a form of reparations that we would make up for that losing money. And they used it they said it was a stimulus to
Boost the economy.
they said it was a stimulus to boost the economy, just as a kind of to legitimize that it would actually benefit. But the whole purpose of it was that, okay, we put all these mandates that cause people to lose their jobs, cause people to lose money. And so this is our form of reparations, like to help make up for all, the money we lost, which obviously wouldn't have been anywhere close to enough if people actually lost their job. But that's why, what happened when people got it? They spent it. They spent the money.
What did you do with it?
I don't remember. I
Put it in a 401k,
I
and
don't
now it's
remember,
growing
but I
exponentially with the
I guarantee you-
5%.
It's in a low yield bond, and it's
in a low
currently
bond.
gaining interest so that he can pay the
He'll
government.
take it
back.
out in 30 years from now.
He's gonna pay back Donald Trump.
That's
Here's
why-
your money,
that's why
Mr.
I
Trump.
guarantee-
Double the equity he put in.
How
And
dare you
interest.
give me
And
a
interest.
good Christian man $1,200?
That's why I guarantee you every single one of those dollars are gone.
I did you a favor.
And do you know, at this point, I'm
He
glad.
bought this podcast up.
At this point, I'm.
That's how you got on the lights.
I was with you. We bought that.
He's
one.
writing it
I'm
off on
pretty
his
sure it was with
taxes.
the stimulus.
This is new, actually.
Oh.
This is new. Yeah.
Also, the one that me and Roel made. Oh,
Yeah, it's-
random person. It's thrown away.
Actually, do you know what? Hey,
Redacted.
hey, let me. Actually, let me point that out. Roel's going to join the podcast. soon.
Redacted.
Unknown person.
Redacted.
I just interacted with Roel recently, so. Yeah.
So we can name drop. JB,
Roel-
do you remember the name you said last week from school?
Say Roel
Yeah,
one more
I do,
time.
I
We said
do
the name so
remember.
many times.
No,
I'm
you
not gonna
can't.
say it though.
I was just kidding. You can, but that's fine. You could name drop your own wife.
You can
okay?
name drop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name drop her now.
Roel,
Mila, if you're watching,
Shout
go
out to my
bed.
boys, Lucas and Kane.
Hey,
7 months.
gave his kids a shout out, and I told mine to go to bed.
I gave them a shout out.
Go to bed, Mila. You
They're
don't get a
probably
shout
not
out.
watching right now, but they will remember this forever.
Stop fighting me when I brush your teeth.
It's recorded.
That's
They'll
why
watch
they're going to
it again
remember it
later.
forever.
Mila's gonna be like, "Well, you suck."
Dad, what the fuck?
Why you suck, Dad?
Oh, and I love you too.
That's
Now
important.
go to bed.
Yeah, no, go to bed. Listen to JB. Go to bed.
All right, now with everything we just said, this is the problem right here. This is children's television. This is children's programming.
That's why I don't watch it anymore.
See, but at the same time,
Well, also because you're
this
an
group,
adult.
we grew up watching this, so they also knew the demographic would have been falling under us as well. That's the way this shit works, bro. Like, yeah, it's for kids, but at the same time, it's not. Because
Yeah.
we knew that, they already knew that a good amount of the people watching it would have been us.
Slaves built this country, and we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering
And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend.
So this is the part I was tripping on them using actual.
Exactly.
That America was
What
founded
the
with and
fuck?
still has not atoned for.
Slaves built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons,
Blacksmiths, musicians, inventors built cities.
Those are
from
buff ass
Hey man,
blacksmiths.
we wouldn't have jazz.
Washington, 40 acres and a mule.
We'll take
The
40
blues.
acres,
We wouldn't have the blues either.
we made your
Which wouldn't have rock and
famous
roll,
from
which wouldn't have the
southern
music you
plantation
like.
heirs to the northern bankers,
To the New England ship owners.
the founding
See, but
fathers,
it took a white
Who
man.
who were
to
the
play
New
blues.
England ship owners though?
World order
slaves built this country. We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
and women, and only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom.
Imagine being a slave and then finding out that someone else got money for you being a slave. I'd be pissed.
As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding.
These people are dead here.
Texas last holdout.
Slaves built this country, and we demand
We're the ones that made Juneteenth because we're the ones that were like slavery.
The mule.
Keep the 40.
You don't know what you're talking about. Go back to it.
All right, so you hear that at the end. That's their thing. Okay, we're owed 40 acres and a mule, but keep it. We're taking our freedom. Here's the big delusion that's been like pushed, literally
I would take
pushed,
40 acres in you.
pushed on
I'd
African
take a free
Americans.
Big Mac meal.
It's pushed that like
Possible Whopper.
it's pushed that you're not free, you're disenfranchised. You know, you're put way behind other people that that are white or any other race than black.
Yeah.
And like it's just all of this conditioning upon conditioning upon conditioning as to telling them that their life isn't fair, that that they're always going to be behind. And when you're that young, when you're that impressionable, I've been a victim of this too, where like I just hear stuff. Like I just hear stuff in the news. Like I remember the first time I voted, it was the first time I voted.
You
It was
voted for Reagan.
It was for Barack Obama. Our what number of president was he?
That's
40,
like back in 2014.
No,
45?
40.
46?
I
No,
thought Trump was
'cause
45.
43rd.
no
Trump was
idea.
45, so he was 44.
I'm just saying a number.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking 43.
Oh, so I was right the first time. I just said a number.
Okay, so that's why I voted for Barack, and I remember thinking, okay, maybe I could vote for Mitt Romney, or maybe I could
I
vote
voted for Romney.
I voted for Ron Paul. I've been the longest libertarian here. He goes to that Ron and Rand.
Okay, yeah, give it up for Michael, the longest running libertarian.
Every
here.
time I have voted for Ron Paul, even whenever he was running for his.
He wrote in
candidacy.
his name this past election.
I constantly always just write in Ron Paul.
He was like Kanye. Or
That's why even I think it was in Bruno when they fucked with him. I kind of felt
West.
bad. But at the same time, I thought it was funny. But I was like, out of everyone to fuck with, you're fucking with my man Ron.
I will never respect Sacha Baron Cohen because of that. Because of that, I will never respect him.
Well,
Like-
he's a creep anyway. He's a
It was
celebrity.
Exactly. Exactly. They're all creeps.
Doesn't matter.
Kanye Paul.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's why. So, and I remember thinking, could I vote for Mitt Romney? And thinking like, I just can't. Like, morally, I can't because he's such a bad person.
Because he's white.
Mitt Romney's one of like the nicest guys in the world, like just like clean cut, nice dude.
Oh, yeah.
But he was put out to be this racist,
Yep.
like
Yep.
this.
Politically, like just marketing and all that is
Because
it's a son of a bitch.
being
Yeah, I
the
love
first
seeing that.
black president was way more important than the actual.
You're gonna get the
agenda.
popular vote at least a good 10 to 15% more because of that.
He was put out to be
Because
this
of
like
that.
rich bigot who like didn't like who
He didn't understand American
he
economics.
didn't understand.
Oh, yeah. Weren't
Like-
they saying, too, that he was a
That's what
robot?
I'm saying, dude. Like when I grew up, like
undercover
no
robot?
bullshit. There would be times where I would literally watch C-SPAN. As boring as that fucking sounded, Like my
Sounds
senior year
incredibly
getting it,
boring.
yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah. No, but yeah.
government, you know, like watching, taking government economics and all that, and
Yeah.
taking AP, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch C-SPAN. Like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, these are laws. These
Yeah.
motherfuckers are talking about this. You know, for at least like, it was at least for that semester. I was like watching.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was pretty informal. I did see the infamous clip of the guy calling in C-SPAN and then like cussing on the phone. Like he just called it. He just started like just cursing the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
saw
Because they
that
would, yeah,
live.
because I saw that shit live. Yeah, it was crazy.
Shout out to Howard Stern.
Well, see, that's why they used to make us do those elections in school. You remember in elementary?
I
JB,
remember in
when they would
8th
make us
grade
do those.
signing in Darth
Yeah.
Vader as like the president.
Yeah, we would do like the president speeches, and everyone would be like, "If you vote for me for president, I promise extra candy," or like stuff they couldn't really,
Yeah.
come like follow through with.
Yeah.
and it was all to teach
Dude,
you
we
like you gotta
understand-
really
so-
see,
We
you know?
understood exactly how it worked back then.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say names because again they're students, right? But when I was
What?
one of Vanessa's first fucking
Gay?
classes, they had like an election for
When
like
he was voting
class
for Mitt
president.
Romney. No.
So no, one of the kids had like a speech, right? Like I'm so and so and I'm doing this, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you already know who I am. Says his name, like so, like name drops his own
Redacted.
name, redacted. You know, name. You already know who I am, redacted. You know.
Wow.
And there's like really selling himself, and he ended up winning. He ended
Wow.
up winning the election.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Talk-
And he ended
takes
up being a
confidence.
horrible
Yeah.
president.
Confidence. You need to display your, the,
Raise taxes.
I'm voting for this kid.
That's the way you'll be a leader.
JB, no, you're too impressionable.
Okay, so bringing it back, like that's why like kids are impressionable, dude. Like when I voted for Barack Obama, it's because I truly felt that Mitt Romney was a bad person, just because I was told that he was a bad person, and I thought that's what it took. I thought that's where knowledge comes from. It comes from all of this crap that you see here in pop culture, telling you that one thing is right and one thing is wrong, and because it feels, like right.
No,
that-
but if you say anything against it, then you're
But
put,
yeah.
it's not even-
you're
it's-
put in that corner.
It's not
A
even
bad
that.
person.
You're a
It's-
bad person.
Put baby
You're
in
a
the
bad
corner.
man.
It's not even that.
Never put baby in the corner.
These are kids. These are children soaking this up. They don't even know that there's a difference of opinion. They don't even know
no,
that
they
this
do
may be.
know.
But that
They
opinion
they
is
could-
bigoted. Why would you even think that
I
way?
would.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you
Get
be-
out.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that kids know that there's an opposite opinion to what this is?
I
No.
would say
They only know
They haven't
if
seen- they
they're
don't even
being
know what they're being told.
provided another
Yeah, this-
opinion.
I have a
You know?
like I'm a huge fan of Christopher Columbus. Right, I put a whole stream out about like
Oh,
supporting
yeah,
Christopher
we're
Columbus.
He dressed up like
Columbus.
him, you know.
on Columbus
Yeah,
Day.
we're all
Okay.
surprised. Yeah.
I asked
it was
my
weird. It's like real. Some
This is the
fetish
allegory
thing,
of the
like,
cave.
Why
That's
do I
all
not
this
remember
shit is.
this?
This
wanted
is
to
all
take
allegory
pictures.
of the cave bullshit, bro.
I asked
Why are we talking
my
about Christopher Columbus?
He loves them.
Mickey always talks about Christopher Columbus. Just like he
Every
always
time
sings
we get-
hallelujah at every party.
That's true.
I asked my niece, my oldest niece, I asked her, hey, what do you know about Christopher Columbus? And she's like,
Nothing.
He's a bad person.
not that much. Like, didn't he like kill a bunch of people? Or, I just know that he did a bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's all she knew. Like all she knew peripherally.
She didn't know that he bitched to the Queen of Spain for like fucking 5 years.
Pissed Mickey off, dude. It pissed Mickey off. Like,
Oh
so
man, I
bad.
can only imagine, dude.
The only
I've
reason
seen his
I will
fits of
find
rage.
the
I
spice
lived with him
trade.
for like a year. You know.
the only reason why I'm mentioning that is because, like, the contrary of what you're saying, oh, kids know that there's another opinion. I don't think they do. I think they soak this stuff up because it sounds good, and that's how that shapes their worldview. They just know, oh yeah, slaves built
I'm
this
just-
country and they were disenfranchised.
I'm just thinking of that rare occasion where some parents like just walking by and actually watching their kid.
I think that's
this.
enough Disney for today, kid.
And then, like, being the dad, he'd be like,
Disney Channel
"What the fuck are you watching? Like, what the hell is that shit? Like, why are they?
See, that's
pushing
why,
that?"
like, a good, like, my cousins, they
know.
weren't allowed to watch Disney. But at the same time, like, they
was
weren't allowed to
probably
watch
for other
anything with
reasons.
Disney.
They weren't allowed to watch Sweet Life of
So
Zack and
then-
Cody.
No, the other one, they weren't.
What was the reasoning behind it?
The reasoning behind it is the sassiness of the characters. When I really asked my aunt,
Oh, okay.
like the way they talk.
Oh yeah,
back.
those twins from Sweet Life of Zack
No,
and
'cause
Cody,
I-
man.
You can't
those-
tell me
they
what
were
to do,
bad.
Mom.
No, because
that-
I know I know of parents who like didn't let their kids watch
Corey in the
anything.
house.
No, my cousins couldn't watch SpongeBob either because they would say
Big Time
stupid
Rush?
and shut
Oh,
up.
Big Time Rush was good. They weren't sassy.
Yeah, I know.
Well-behaved gentlemen.
I know of parents who didn't allow their kids to watch any Disney stuff because they thought it was like satanic. So I thought maybe
Weren't
was-
you that kid?
Well, Disney is the devil, so it's
Were you?
Even though the first video game he played was pretty much like a demonic video game.
Oh, Hitman or
No,
Hitman Manhunt.
Manhunt's more demonic.
Manhunt.
You're killing people.
No,
Straight. She's like,
In
what are you
very
playing?
intricate
Manhunt. Well,
ways.
as long as you're not watching that little Disney channel.
Electrocuting people. Yeah, Manhunt gets pretty gruff.
with me, it was the
graphic those
opposite.
days.
It was to where like my parents like didn't give a shit what I watched, and I didn't realize that
That there was another opinion.
no, dude. If it,
That's why he voted for Barack Obama.
Mickey had to tell his parents
Mitt
that
Romney
the, villains,
would've won.
the people you were killing
Mickey
in
didn't vote
Manhunt
for it.
hated God. That's why he was able to kill them in the game. Like, nah, it's okay.
but I love God.
No, the people you were killing in the game.
They hated God.
Yeah, that's how you
They
got away
hated
with
God.
playing the game.
Dude, honestly, the biggest determining factor of me, like as a kid, converting. You know what I mean? Later on, as an adult,
Converting to what?
What are you converting to?
Well, I don't know. I guess
Gnosticism?
You're
talking
chopping
about
it off?
Gnosticism?
Oh,
Give-
we're talking like religion.
giving my life to Jesus. But like
I've
you know,
heard this story.
Yeah, later on, I had an actual,
Right.
He had an
I think
epiphany.
wasn't I there for that epiphany?
No, you weren't. No. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Okay, so, but that's why, as a kid, I wanted to give my life to God, and so, I saw this play, dude. I saw a play, and there were people that died.
Who acted in that play?
And the good ones.
Who was so emotional that they turned you?
and
It
the
was
good,
redacted.
but here's what here's what got me. The good ones went to heaven, and the bad ones went to hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was a Sunday school play.
Exactly. No. Do you know what they told my parents before? Like, oh, hey, we're having a Sunday school for the kids because there's gonna be a big like dark scary man that comes out, and it's kind of scary for the kids. So we could. And my mom was like, no, I want them to see it.
No, dude. No. If you want to go on to crazy church stories like
sweet
that,
little voice.
literally one time.
Wait, hold on, you're gonna scare
We're there.
Wait, hold on. Before you start the story, let me just
Because you're saying big scary man coming in. We're at church, right?
Yeah.
Again, Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
It was Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
So Jesus comes back, right?
Yeah, nice.
So literally, someone
Jesus.
dressed up like Jesus.
Oh, no.
They played the music and like, I have returned. And dude, the door swung open and he walks through. Like, that was crazy. I was like,
joke.
I was like 9.
I did think it was Jesus.
I did think it was Jesus.
like that.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Was this at a church in Harlingen?
That's
Yeah,
like-
this is Our Lady. This is Our Lady of the Assumption.
Oh, okay. Because I used to go to Abundant Life when
did
I was
that.
little, and they did a play one time when I was little. Because we used to go to Sunday school like every week because my mom worked for the church as a bus driver.
Yeah.
So I would always go to the kid room where they would do plays like with puppets, like the devil's the bad puppet and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, one day my mom was volunteering for a play they were doing outside, like it was a big community
Oh
play.
yeah, when they do the
So I went to go
crucifying and all
watch
that,
it,
yeah.
and the only scene that I watched was Jesus on the cross, them whip, and I thought they were really hurting this guy because they were whipping him, and he's screaming in pain,
dude.
covered in blood, and I was crying, and I was like, "I'll save you, Jesus!" Like,
fucking my
I'm an atheist now, but at
one
the
of my
time, you know?
CCD teachers or CC, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Like he portrayed Jesus one year.
Yeah.
And dude, like on it, he showed us the
Mm-hmm.
fucking clip. This is us being in like 6th grade CCE. And he's like, I still have the scars. Dude, he fucking nailed him.
Oh, what the-
They nailed him to the cross. Like he did it in penance.
Dude, these people are
Like,
crazy.
So the
dude.
reason I'm atheist, Exhibit A.
I was like, what
Jesus
the
did all that so that you wouldn't have to.
I know, right?
He's like, I actually fucked my hand up a little bit.
Nah, dude, like
These people are crazy.
Feel my
dude.
fingers now.
I still see this nigga at HEB. I'm like, that was Jesus.
So anyway, now I
Like,
can't
that
flip
was
people
fucking
off.
Jesus.
But yeah,
I'm
these,
just like this now.
these people are insane.
Take my good hand.
Oh my gosh. So my mom took me to watch this play,
no.
and we have never been to that church
Miss
before. So
Gonzalez,
she took me
what did she do?
specific. She took me specifically for that play, and it worked, dude. It's as a kid, it worked.
scared the shit out
To where it scared the shit out of me. To where I asked my mom, like, Mom, how do I give my life to Jesus? Like literally, dude, after the fucking
She's like,
play.
yes, it worked.
Exactly, dude.
She's like, listen to me, son, and you'll never have to.
Yeah,
worry.
the rest of the time she was like, "Pórtate bien, si no."
But exactly, that's how they get you. Like when you're a kid, that's how they kind of like brainwash you. They
Yes,
show you
of
like
course.
all of these
Oh, yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and you're
For sure.
yeah.
Okay, now put on Dave Chappelle's reparations.
My kids are gonna be free thinkers, man, and it's gonna.
Nah,
be
see, if
it's gonna
any
be a
tenet I'm
problem.
teaching my kids, it's the Bardo Todo, and they're going to learn the tenets of Buddhism. 'Cause that's what they're around.
Zen.
Yeah. Well, I can't say flying spaghetti
It's the same-
monster
it's the
because
same
someone
thing.
here gets upset. So
Oh my gosh.
we'll
All right.
just ignore it.
I'll
Redacted.
They got to learn how to get their way their way from detachment. They got to learn about detachment. But even wanting to detach is attachment. In itself.
I'm gonna use this time
Sucks.
to take a little break.
Samsara is a
Mickey,
son
do
of
I
a
have to
bitch.
use the bidet for number 1 too, or just for number 2?
Just for number 2.
No, but yeah,
Okay.
Dave,
Do whatever
Dave,
you want.
teaching me.
Dave
Do whatever you
Chappelle,
want,
and then
Jerry,
Put
honestly.
reparations. It should pop.
Am I supposed to pulsate during number 2? Or?
Take your time.
And then just try reparations. Yeah, okay.
You need another drink, Mickey?
Yeah, can you actually? Or no? I'll make it. That's fine. No,
I got you.
Not forcing you, dude. It's okay.
Hold on, I want to see this stuff.
All right.
No, I've seen it before.
You
Or,
see this
all
one?
right, I
No,
was
this
gonna say
one's
I'll wait until you come back because
I've
Jerry's
seen
gone
it before,
too.
yeah.
We'll take a small break.
We'll take it a little break.
Oh, do you know?
Hiatus.
Do you know? I'll put some waiting music.
Hiatus.
No,
I mean,
because
yeah, we're good.
Jerry's gone too, dude.
We're good.
No, he's not. He said he was gonna do number 1. All right.
I gotta probably rock the place after him too.
We'll be back shortly.
Testicles.
But yeah, Burnaby's gonna
Burnaby's gonna fight.
he's gonna fight tomorrow, dude.
Nice.
crazy.
Burnaby is putting his
getting
money.
serious.
He's putting his money where his mouth is, dude. Well, I don't know. His mouth was never even there. That's why. So like he's just
No,
going
his
for
mouth's
it.
there. His mouth's there.
Oh, his mouth is always there.
Son of a bitch. So that's why he's just going for it.
Are we live?
You think he's ready?
Yeah, we're live already.
Oh,
All right.
Burnaby, if you're watching, we're gonna critique you.
No, we're not gonna critique you, bro.
No?
No. What the
oh,
heck?
then that means I should read my Burnaby poem live.
You should.
Oh, you should. That would be sweet.
Dude, I don't even know where it is. I have to find it.
All right, here's the video.
It's in a safe box.
Can you see the video or can you see the TV or no, Jerry?
Yes.
That is so incredibly Do you know? I didn't realize how racist the Chappelle show was.
Yeah, super racist.
That is so incredibly racist.
Super racist. Yeah.
But that was the whole point of it, which was showing that shock value and
Yeah.
the other side. You know,
The ridiculousness.
because again, dude, one of the ones that's even more racist that they have is like Dave Chappelle's on a flight. And they
Can you bring
ask
it
him-
closer to you, the mic?
Oh, then they ask him.
No, just bring it. You don't have to get rid. Yeah.
And they ask him like, "Oh, do you want to eat? We have chicken or fish?" And then a little like stereotypical black guy comes. It's Dave Chappelle, but like in blackface Dave Chappelle, so even more black. And he's just like, "Oh, well, what do we got?" He's like, "Oh, what?" He's like, "I'll take the chicken." Ooh, chicken, like like getting giddy and dancing around. So even that joke in itself is also he would make fun of, his own race.
Yeah. And
We can't do that anymore, though.
Dude, you never seen the one where it's the not like the racist nominees where they
Where it's like the race wars,
the
where
racist
it's like
convention.
where it's like everyone gets like Lenny
the
Kravitz
Japanese get
the Wu Tang Clan. Yeah, the Japanese get the Wu Tang Clan.
Konnichiwa,
Yeah,
bitches.
fucking Tiger Woods is black again.
The black
White people are
take Tiger Woods.
white Asians are trying to take Tiger Woods because he's
Yeah.
Asian and black.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz is Jewish.
yeah.
because Lenny.
Jews.
You know the whole story with Lenny Kravitz?
No.
So Lenny Kravitz's dad was his mother's lawyer. So Lenny Kravitz's mom is black and Lenny Kravitz's dad is Jewish.
Nice.
Lenny Kravitz's dad was the mother's lawyer in a civil suit.
Nice.
And that's how we got Lenny Kravitz.
wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
he has a few good, like 3 good songs.
And Zoe Kravitz from the
Again.
Cosby Show.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
One of the greatest TV shows ever.
What?
I love the
Oh,
Cosby Show.
God.
No, my family never let me watch the Cosby Show.
Well, now we know why.
Really?
No, they did.
I was like, what the
They had
heck,
their,
dude?
they had
Why?
their suspicion. That guy looks like
We
he
didn't,
drugs people.
we didn't want to see an African American at that statue.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why?
No, we would watch the Cosby Show all the time.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That one and then Home Improvement. That was the one we would
Everybody.
always watch. That
Okay,
was
yeah.
like a Saturday special for us. Like,
Yeah.
let's all gather together and watch fucking Tim Allen. Do
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim Allen.
For
shit.
me, it was Full House, Cosby Show. That was
No, it was
what
it was fucking Home Improvement and Three's Company.
Man, I had to watch General Hospital with my mom. Cover my ears anytime they said the word sex, which was like all the time.
No, see, that's why this is me watching Three's Company at like 4 or 5. Like, come and knock on our door. Come and knock on
Exactly.
our door. That's them having. He's having it's sexcapades.
There was a bunch of sexual innuendos with
Yeah.
Three's
with
Company.
Mr. With Mr. Roper.
Yeah, no, very much. Yeah.
Facts of Life too. That was a good one.
Where did we leave off? This was on something that
We talked about black reparations, and that's how we got to the
Oh, yeah,
reparations of
yeah.
this.
Yeah, but that's why. Okay, look, I really feel like all of these
What
things
was
that
on the list?
all of these things that black Americans are asking for
Let me get my
is,
notes.
is only hurting their culture. I feel like
is.
it's not helping their culture, it's hurting their culture, and they're creating a huge new wave culture of feeling like there's
But who's making them feel like that, Mickey? Who's putting these ideas into themselves?
you see it. Whoever makes the Proud Family is
Who makes the Proud Family, Mickey?
I don't know.
Probably some white guy.
Probably some white dude.
Whoever makes the Proud Family are responsible for it. Whoever's freaking in charge of Disney behind the scenes is responsible
it's just
for
like,
it.
There's just an agenda. There's a hidden agenda.
And see, that's so
it's
the
being
one guy I
pushed.
would say, Mickey, and you would probably like him too.
Here's where you're.
Is you ever heard of Umar Johnson or Umar Johnson? Umar Johnson is a black like a sociology psychology major, and he really speaks up for like African Americans,
Yeah.
like to where he calls African Americans that lead towards white people. What does he say? Negropeans. That's what he calls them, Negropeans, because now they're white people. So like the recent thing he was getting upset about was the Deion Sanders shit. Okay. So like you keep up with college football, right? A little bit.
I'm trying to remember.
Deion Sanders, right? Deion Sanders, Dallas Cowboy. Right. Deion Sanders now these past couple of years was coaching for Jackson State, which is an all-black college, because there's all-black colleges in the United States.
Yeah.
Well, they start doing really well. He gets a job offer for Colorado University. Yeah. He takes that job offer because it's bigger pay. Now he's actually part of
bigger school.
A bigger school. Yeah. But what happens to that African-American school now? Okay. So as an African-American, shouldn't he be there supporting the African-American schools? And that's the argument Umar Johnson brings up. And now he starts calling him a Negropean.
I remember seeing that.
That was a
Twitter,
whole thing, man. His arguments every now and then are
he
pretty
wasn't
raunchy.
even thinking about that. He was just thinking about like more money for
more money for
but
this is a
money, dude.
But the franchise that he was working with, which is Jackson State, they came up from nothing, and now they're winning their title games. You know, it's just like if he would have stayed there, this is him bringing up black schools to where these black schools can now compete within these bigger leagues, but he's taking the bigger payout.
That should have.
So that was the whole argument he brings up.
That should make it less controversial because we know exactly why he's getting paid a lot more with this other school because he's doing something right. That's why they're paying him a lot more. If they were just paying him a lot more to like,
he's doing good at his job, so they want him to be with a better program.
Right. Exactly.
But what he gets upset about, and that's where you start getting that separation, or like. Now there's division within, cultures.
Exactly.
Is he's not helping out his own culture.
Now he's obligated.
Yeah.
He's almost obligated
to stay where he is.
To stay there.
To help his own
That's
people.
what I'm saying, dude. Look up the Umar Johnson, because that's the argument I brought up earlier, which is what he brought up, which is, after the civil rights movement became a really big thing, you started seeing the breakaway of minority, like strong nuclear families. Because at that point, they weren't able to fund, these political activists, whether it be like Cesar Chavez or
whoever they needed to fund.
And who's dictating these cultures or these people into saying that, and it's still white America, but who's really white America?
Right.
So
what does that really mean?
That's right. JB's on the level to where there's like there
is an underneath.
There's an underneath agenda being pushed.
But the underneath agenda thing, is it really an underneath agenda thing, or is it the friends we made along the way?
I really don't think there's. I don't think there's anybody pulling the strings.
Haven't you ever played Risk, Mickey? Have you ever played Monopoly?
Dude, yes, psychological.
It's like the worst example.
I think there's a lot of people.
That's not the worst example, because the best
way
example is you always want to be on top. So if your people have always been on top, you want to stay on top. Because if the Mexicans were on top the whole time, I'm pretty sure it would be cool.
Dude, we should play Risk.
Look, I'm sure there's worse examples, but that was one of the worst examples.
It's like Risk or Monopoly.
Okay, no, but look,
would chess be a better example?
What I'm trying to say is like all the
finally came up. Like
all the examples that we could see clearly, like we've seen that Zoom call from the executives from Disney, how they were saying like, oh, I have a kid who's cisgender and I have a kid who's gay, and like we want to see more representation, all this stuff. Like she's not trying, like she's manipulating it, like manipulating Disney content, but she's not doing it because like she's evil and trying to like pull the strings. She actually believes in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think what we're seeing is where the culture is swaying. I think exactly the way, if this Proud Family episode and all of these other children's conditioning goes on, they're going to grow up to be the new executives of Disney. They're going to grow up to be the new, people who are, owners of the NFL. And they're going to cause a lot more of this stuff to keep going. A lot more, just because that's the way they were raised.
But now the people that put that into place, now they're not seen as a bad person anymore, because now everyone's doing it. Now it's the right thing.
Right.
Yeah. So now the Ponzi
scheme's
in.
Then you're not a good person.
You don't know who created the Ponzi anymore. That's the whole reason. That's the whole thing with it.
That's why it's the same way to where, like, if I were to have my way, if I had billions of dollars, I have all this stuff. Like, obviously, I would You would
throw influence everywhere, wouldn't you?
I would put more Christian content out there.
You're throwing influence. So wouldn't you think these people are throwing influence?
Whoever has the money is the one creating the influence.
Yeah. Well, that's why. But like,
Jews.
Disney is one company.
Black Jews are
There's a bunch of different companies. You know what I mean?
Black
Owned by
Israelites
different
are the original
people,
tribes
and they're
of
all.
Israel. No one forget it.
And I think I forgot what example I used with Julio, but have you seen the movie Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio and
Oh, okay. No, but it's
forgot
the recent Armageddon movie
space
that
one,
came
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so the whole thing behind it
They
is
make
that
Leonardo DiCaprio seem like a cuck the whole fucking time.
the whole thing behind it is that they're
I
trying to
didn't see it, but that's what I heard about.
they're trying to convince everybody that like, look, our world's gonna end. You know what I mean? And you're not even seeing the truth. The truth is that you're not believing what's really there. And so they kind of attack the media a little bit. Like the media, so all they want to do is put the narrative that everything's okay and dandy and all this stuff. And politicians, all they care about is like, you know, the way they look, you know, and they're so blind to everything. So that's from a completely leftist point of view. But like everything that they're preaching in that movie, you could totally put on the right side as well, like on the far right side of like, you know, political
it's both sides.
beliefs and stuff like that. And so that's why I really feel that it's like that. I feel that, you know,
But that's the agenda. The agenda is for you not to look up.
oh my god.
And it doesn't matter how you do it.
Yeah, but what
Exactly. I agree
God.
with JB.
But JB, I think you're disagreeing with yourself at the same time that you like.
See,
that you
JB,
think-
it's all samsara. This is all an endless cycle of death.
I think
and
you're proving
rebirth.
more my point than
And
you're
it's,
proving your own
it's
point.
better to be silly in this world than not to be silly because the world's already a silly place.
It's 'cause they
So
don't
why
want
not
them
be
to
a
look
character in it at the same time?
Again, because like you were talking about UFOs, but it's like.
But he wasn't really talking about UFOs. He was talking about unidentified flying
But
objects.
the whole
literal
conspiracy
sense.
is that the government's talking about UFOs because they don't want to talk about the trains.
They don't want to. No, not even the trains. They don't want to talk about the Nord Stream pipeline that got fucking blown up, and we
That
said
too.
that it was
They
us.
don't wanna
Look, the
talk
fact
about
that you said
that
they don't want to do it. They don't want to do
The
that. Like
media.
I think we're like, you know, I think we're putting a lot more power into them.
The
that-
media.
Oh my gosh.
I would just say like the agenda of the countries that are doing it, you know, because
China.
as well, not even China, but the United States has a lot of stuff too. Because the recent thing with the whole China thing is like we straight up gave them a press release like, hey, we want to talk about the spy balloon, and the first thing China told us was, okay, well, we'll talk to you after you denounce Taiwan as a country. Like that was the first thing they fucking said was just like, you say Taiwan's not a country, and then yeah, we'll have talks
Then
with you
we'll
about what we're.
talk.
Then
Yeah.
we'll talk about whatever the fuck
And that's
we
how
said.
they are
that
with
way.
That's important.
everything. Like,
But again, like the very schizophrenic version of us, which was like, we asked China, hey, what is this? It's a weather balloon. No, it's not.
Yeah.
are you sure?
Are you sure? It's not a weather balloon. It's not that.
But that's why I just feel like, look,
There
it's-
is no agenda, Mickey. There's a
There's
balloon in the
clearly
sky.
an agenda.
There's a Chinese balloon
There's always an agenda.
that made its way across. Like it made its way across.
Our world is made of
And there's no
individuals.
It is.
And so that's why what I'm trying to say is that because it's so diverse, because there's so many individuals, and because all those individuals work for their own self-interest, people like you may feel like, oh, there's an agenda against me. And people like me
On the
feel,
other spectrum, there's an agenda
feel like there's
against
an
you.
agenda
Yeah.
against them. But
I
that's
mean, why do you think like
That's why I'm
everything
saying
else-
the world's so silly, and it's better just to be silly in this
like
world.
all this is okay? Being like, you know, a transgender person is also okay, even though like you shouldn't, like as a child, that's also a thing where it's like it's murky waters.
Yeah.
Why are you showing this to kids that like, okay, it's just making them even more confused. Like it's just more
Oh,
disinformation.
hey, JB, I saw you liked playing with dolls, so I guess you're a girl. So that means you're a girl now,
What
JB,
kind
right?
of
Because you're
dolls?
playing with a doll. Yeah,
like
you're a
G.I.
girl now.
Joe's, Barbie, like, you know, like what's the difference? Like
It's
why
pushed
does
even more
somebody
now, and I
have to say like, okay, like no, like now it's like this.
Little Sally likes football. She likes to tackle with boys. So that means she's
It's
a boy. She
because
likes the football.
they're-
So that means she's a
They're
boy.
following the way the culture's going, so now they're pushing it like, okay, well, if people are starting to say it's okay to be yourself, it's okay to be transgender, which it is, it's okay to be
But
gay,
self-identity-
which it is,
but
then let's
self-identity
push
is a
it
son
so
of a
that we'll
bitch,
start
bro.
getting those people to buy
Yeah.
and spend money on whatever product we
whatever
But
have.
someone
it is.
trying to find themselves is a hard fucking thing, and to push that on a fucking kid,
And not a lot of people. Exactly.
like it's fucking ridiculous. Because at that point, you're already putting ideas in their head, even whether it's for an agenda or not. But
Right.
obviously, there would be some sort of agenda if that wouldn't be pushed.
The
that
agenda's always money.
you know, money. Yeah, again, like fucking Mr. Show
power.
did a little skit about it too. That's fucking Bob Odenkirk, David Cross,
Oh, yeah.
and the
Yeah,
joke
yeah,
they
yeah.
made
Mr.
was like this company that was making products for people, and the whole time they're cussing, right? They're like, "Oh, why is it cussing?" It's like, because in the future everyone's going to be cussing. And then one of the jokes is like, "I don't come to your house and slap the dick out of your mouth. And they're like, oh, why would you say that? It's like, because this is for Grandma Betsy's, biscuits. She looks like a dude. She is a dude. The transgender population's up.
Yeah.
They're buying for two. They're buying male products and female products. So it's the background noise of that. Again, that gets like 1996, 1997.
Yeah, before this.
Yeah,
shit,
so it's always been there.
Dude,
So,
we're talking,
Mr.
we're,
Show.
we were
Mr.
talking
Show.
about this on the way home to our American History X. There's this scene where they're eating dinner together at the dinner table, and they're having a conversation about immigration.
Right.
And it couldn't be any more applicable to like right now, right now about like the borders and all this stuff, all these people collecting welfare, all this stuff. Well, these people, they need somewhere to go, all this stuff and this was years ago that they were they put this movie out. It couldn't be any more applicable to right now.
It's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing.
History is always repeating.
Yeah.
It's always been a thing.
It's always been a fucking.
And that's something that some people from the Valley have recognized that maybe it's not normal that we all know somebody who knows somebody who got beheaded. You know what I mean? Like maybe the rest of America doesn't experience that. You know what I mean?
I've seen arguments online, like on Twitter and shit, like people, like people saying like, "Oh, Chicago's hard. People die all the time." And then the comments, someone from Mexico was like, "Dude, I live in where were the Zetas most prevalent from?"
Yeah.
I don't
Tijuana,
know.
like Tijuana. And
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
So they're like, I'm in Tijuana and there's beheadings happening here. Nah, there's no bullshit like that. People die here every day. And dude, the guy just straight up posted the picture of like when all those the people on the bus got hung from the bridge.
Oh, the bridge hanging.
The bridge hanging just cause like it was just cause, oh hey, bus full of people just showing civilians like fuck the cops trying to stop us. We're just gonna hang people. And after that there was just like silence. Like the guy stopped commenting back.
Sure.
Like it's just like
That's why
it's just so normal for us.
the culture along the border in Mexico is so intertwined with our own culture, and we're so so many immigrants have come over here like regularly to where like it's a part of our lives to where we don't see that, hey, this isn't normal. You know what I mean? This isn't normal that so many people are coming here illegally and so much crime is happening and there's so much.
See, but what's crazy though is the crime is normal for them. At that point, the crime is just everywhere for them over there.
Exactly.
Because we start like I think it was me and my brother were going off on like he was like why are people in Mexico that you see beheadings and like people cutting off fingers and hands? I was like, well, think about it, bro. Like they're from all of our ancestors stem from, again, like pointing back to the shirt, like just native cultures that live there. And what was the one thing they would do to their bodies? Fucking cut out hearts, defile the body. You want the person to not only be dead, but even if their spirit is alive, it's a message. Mm-hmm. That's why you see beheadings all the time. That's why you see like, oh, we're going to cut off their fucking tongue and let them live, bullshit like that over there, man. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
That's why I try to tell people
it's part of our culture.
Like,
so if you don't like beheadings, you're also a bigot.
Like even though it's controversial, even though it's controversial for immigration to now be a topic of discussion, like this is a big deal for people who live along the border. Like, and the thing is that like even people who are just let the people come in, let them come in.
See,
even
man, like when I would talk to people from like customers from Dish, and I would tell them like, oh, I live in the Rio Grande Valley, like I'm from here, and they're like, you're not scared? I'm like, why would I be scared? Well, I saw where you're like, because at that point they're like, oh, you say you're from the Rio Grande Valley, like motherfuckers. I look it up, like you're by Mexico. I'm like, or you're in Mexico. I'm like, I'm not in Mexico. That's Texas still. Like, even when I went to Ohio for fucking nationals, like, a lot of them are like, they didn't even know anything south of San Antonio was a part of Texas. They thought it was all Mexico already.
No, just keep it that way. No, it's Mexico.
No, yeah, it's Mexico. Yeah, I live in Mexico. They're already showing fear. Like, they're already like, you're not scared? I'm like, why?
All the crime down
Why
here.
would I be?
All the crime down here has been so normalized and we've been so conditioned to it. You know what I mean? And so like all the people who are for like, we'll just let everyone come in. Let everyone come in. They don't realize that this isn't normal. All the stuff that we see around us, it's not supposed to be like this. We're not supposed to like... I personally was held at gunpoint by an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
Yep. And the jiu-jitsu skills did not show
And
up.
that's one out of
Put
four.
my hands up.
Wait, when?
It was a long time ago.
It was years.
What, 2014,
ago.
15?
Before Mila was
He was
even
trying to
born.
Like
rob you or what?
2014, 13.
Yeah, he robbed the store I was working at.
Where was that?
But don't worry about it, dude. What are you asking
I
for
will
details?
tell you
It
after
was
the
in our
podcast.
it was
we
in
don't
our
wanna name drop.
hometown.
It was in
it's-
San Benito, yeah.
Yeah, it was in hometown.
Oh, great. Now everyone knows where we're from.
Oh my god.
Might as well give them my address.
No, dude, what are you talking about? There's San Benito, California.
Oh,
I'm just
Just like how there's Brownsville, New
That's
York.
San Bernardino.
And like how there's Harlingen, Harlingen, where's
I think it's Georgia.
No, there's only 2 Harlingens. It's Harlingen here, and then I think in Dutchland, wherever Dutchland is.
Germany?
No, not Germany, but I think Denmark. Harlingen, Denmark.
Oh.
Because Harlingen's
Well, there's a San Benito in
Dutch.
California.
yeah.
San
Yeah,
Bernardino.
San Benito, California, Brownsville, New York, and then it's Harlingen, Denmark.
I don't mean to keep changing the subject. Quick diversion. But like one thing that I was watching the Gavin McInnes video today, he was pointing out that people don't realize how prevalent like German was in America to
Yeah.
where like there was a point to where they were trying to determine, okay, what should be the main language, English or German?
Oh, no.
And like for a while, like
See, it's like, and if we talk about like Hispanic culture, everyone loves conjunto and Tejano music, but all that comes from German polka.
Polka.
It's all German polka.
Polka, the accordion.
Literally, it's fuck. Yeah, the Germans are the ones that introduced the accordion to the Hispanics or the Mexicans to where we have the music that everyone fucking jams out to, like probably right now, you know?
Yeah.
But they're like, oh no, fuck, like I don't like white. It's like, bro, like if it wasn't for the Germans, you wouldn't even be doing what you're doing right now.
dude, that's why like, and do you know, props to America,
Diversifying.
the
Back
greatest
then.
country in the
We're
world.
so diverse.
Like I said, dude,
Melting pot.
dude, the founding
Dude,
fathers,
kolaches. Oh my.
the founding fathers look,
Spätzle.
they look nothing like me.
Wieners.
You know, I have nothing in common with them, but yet they are my culture. And yet, just how you were saying it to her, I grew up like around Tejano music, all this
yeah.
stuff, and that's their culture as well. Like
it
it's
is.
such a melting pot of all these people together.
It's cool, dude.
And that's why, like, here's the thing. Like, I actually,
We're all human and we're all connected.
the only connection that I
We shouldn't be dividing each other because
If I
of
married
bullshit
a
like
German
this.
girl,
Exactly.
it'd be like potato.
See, and that's the one thing we can all agree on. You know, we all agree that we shouldn't be divided.
Yes.
Clap right
Yes.
here. Yes.
Give it up for America,
I
ladies and
don't
gentlemen.
think we're actually live.
The best fucking country in the
I
world.
think we've been talking without being live.
No, we're live.
Oh
we're
shit! I
live.
forgot to click go live.
Oh no! This whole time,
Oh damn! I didn't record it either.
it's just recording.
Let's start from the beginning. Hi, Mila. How are you? Go to
Yeah, but not only the all the train crashes, not even with the Ohio one, the recent one last
There
week
was like
the
at least like
Michigan.
6
The
train
Michigan one.
crashes.
There was one in Cleveland, in Texas,
Houston?
outside of Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, that Cleveland,
Right? Oh,
Cleveland,
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 yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
Dude.
That whole shit.
Honestly, dude, that's why to me it's like, okay, cause all these accidents, cause all this disturbance. That's the perfect time for an invasion.
Yeah.
JB, you are so
Isn't
like
it just
every
so
little-
coincidental
risk.
that happened right when
Yeah, I
the
mean-
Chinese spy balloon was passing
Risk.
by? You know?
Exactly.
Nah, see, that was one that was fucking crazy. Like, it was on. Did you see the videos beforehand where it was already the wheels were on fire already?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's apparently what would cause this.
Well, because
Alright,
like
let's check
It's
it
still
out.
burning.
because apparently
It's
the
still
carts
burning
are
over
from
there.
like the 1960s.
All right, hold on,
and
hold
they
on.
had been bypassing all these like
Yeah, I did
safety
see that, especially like in
regulations.
Ohio. And
It's
like,
always
Illinois.
safety regulations. That's what causes everything.
This is from-
Zombie outbreaks, everything.
Safety.
Okay,
No,
well, this is
but-
from 7 hours ago. I'm
COVID.
gonna post this one.
What about all the earthquakes in Texas?
I've been in East Palestine this week talking to residents who were forced to
So
evacuate
more
after a
people.
derailment of a
Yeah.
Norfolk
Yeah.
Southern train on
Hold on, hold
February
on.
3rd. Residents were told that they could return home, but since they've been back, many have concerns about being back in their homes, and they're concerned about smells and the potential for health effects from chemicals that were released during the derailment. Right now, there's sort of just this kind of cloud of concern that's hanging over the town. On Friday, February 3rd, around 9 p.m., a Norfolk Southern train derailed in the small village of East Palestine, Ohio,
put
which
it
is
out
on the
quick.
border with Pennsylvania. As soon as the derailment occurred, police and other officials came through the town and told people that they had to evacuate immediately.
Shit.
Monday, February 6th, Norfolk Southern said that it would have to breach 5 tanker cars containing vinyl chloride to prevent a potentially catastrophic explosion.
I honestly feel that the Palestine, the police department, the fire department, all the first responders, they don't have the
so we're
answers
sharing
to
the
this
truth.
because I don't
The
think
life
they
got
know.
taken
They're not
down.
getting the straight answers either.
Residents in East Palestine and surrounding areas packed a school gymnasium Wednesday night to seek answers.
We're trying to get information out to our citizens. Everybody's concerned. I'm concerned. But, you know, it's not
that mayor's been through some shit.
He's like
They voted for that
guy.
guy.
He's from like
I
Lord
just
of
saw
the Rings.
Walmart like
This ain't
before I
my
did.
first railroad derailment.
It was just a big runaround. Like, I feel like a lot of the questions that were asked.
All right, real quick. No offense, but like,
Oh, here we go.
how did that guy look when he ran?
I don't think he ever ran.
Like he.
Who's that lady talking?
JB wants to know who that chick is.
I'm more
She
curious. Like,
lives like states away, JB. Like, no.
this guy
It's
got
safe
the.
over here.
Like, no,
She has the longest neck ever. No, I don't want to be disrespectful to
Like-
someone's body. I'm just saying, dude, like,
no,
she has to
offe-
be really tall.
no offense. I'm sure
Tall
he's a
girls
good.
are
I'm,
hot, though.
I'm sure he's a good mayor, but like, I don't know. What did he look
Talking
like
about
when
his
he ran?
stature.
His stature, the way he like he doesn't
Do
look.
you have a problem with overweight men in positions of power?
Okay,
He does.
it has nothing to do with my
He
own.
needs reparation.
It shows that he's living a full life.
All right, whatever.
He's
We'll continue.
clearly happy.
He's clearly wealthy
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
because he's eating.
It was just a big runaround. Like, I feel like a lot of the questions that were asked were people's rantings and just speaking.
Forget Danielle Dio. Who's her friend?
That's her daughter.
Dude, she is like 14.
She's like 14, dude.
Oh, that's it. I'm Dan Schneider.
We are Dan Schneider.
circles, the answers that were given were.
I like how her shirt says tree hugger.
Norfolk Southern declined to send representatives to the town hall, citing safety concerns. The railroad said it has distributed $1.5 million directly to more than 1,000 families and some businesses, and has established a $1 million
Here's some
fund
hush money.
available immediately.
This guy's reading like he doesn't want to be there.
One of the chemicals released in the train derailment was vinyl chloride, which
Give a crap about trains. I was just hired.
Yeah, I don't like trains either.
To cover the news.
They're paying me minimum wage to voice over this video.
I'm
I
reading
just got this video
right now
today. I'm
on
trying to get
Nurse.
out of work.
Vinyl chloride.
I'm currently on the
Vinyl
toilet
chloride is-
looking up vinyl chloride.
It's one of the
read it
most
to you.
dangerous plastics, especially when it's on fire.
It's my third least favorite kind of
That too.
chloride.
The fact that microplastics are at least in a good like all of us right now.
Yeah.
They didn't even
That just came out.
they didn't even put me in a
Everyone's
prof-
got plastics.
That came out like years ago.
they,
though.
they didn't even
But
put
now
me
it's
in a,
even. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
before there was
Mickey sucks. He can't get his
evidence
joke
of-
but
off.
now it's
Alright.
even
from
more.
like water bottles. You know,
All
like
right, let's stay on topic, okay? Damn it.
talking about
He's mad because he
plastics.
couldn't get his
National
joke off.
Cancer Institute says is associated with a higher risk of liver cancer.
it was funny.
Federal and state environmental
Cancer.
regulators say they're going to continue to monitor the air quality and water in the area to ensure that it's safe for citizens.
What we have
Super Joe has the
discovered
joke.
It's not gonna be
through
safe
testing
for
and
you.
sampling that's
Is there
been
somebody
done
here?
is that
Yeah,
very
I think I heard
early
someone
on,
coming.
you know, we have estimated.
It's Burnaby.
based on our
Oh, Burnaby.
sampling
Oh, I mean
modeling about
redacted.
3,500
Are you staying
detectors
live?
Redact.
across
Okay, we'll
that
take off the video
space,
so we
across
can-
those streams, tributaries, waterways.
So anyway,
no,
The
I should've
administrator
got
for the
door.
U.S. Environmental Protection Agency visited Thursday.
Here, I'll go to the
Let
door.
it be clear, EPA will
You're gonna make the
exercise
host get the
our
door?
No, I
oversight and our
He wants to
enforcement
warn
authority
warn
under
Burnaby
the
about
law
the dangers
to
of
be
fake.
sure we are getting the results.
Is that Idris Elba? It's a very handsome man.
Yo, what's good? He came in. He came in.
Bartleby. Bartleby, you're here in time for me to read my poem about you live. Hold on, I need to find it. I don't think I'm gonna find it.
All right, it's already enough for one person to get it. It's trying to connect, but no, it's there. It's in there.
No, we just got to the
We're
train
I
derailment.
can
time?
see our stream.
No, we're just talking about the train.
If it's early in the morning, I can be there.
Y'all are
Okay,
at least get in frame or something.
welcome to the Jerry and Burnaby podcast.
So where
sorry, Michael.
are you fighting?
I don't know. I asked about the dude.
Talk into the mic.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I signed up for what's
JB.
called a smoker. I guess it's like a hard spar.
Hard spar.
It's just a real spar, yeah.
I'm gonna be
So-
streaming it live.
Oh, really?
Okay, good, nice.
Stream it.
I was gonna go, but now that I think about it, I might just watch.
For
the
a
stream.
smoker, I was gonna take over a brisket. I was thinking of smoking. I thought that's what a smoker
Smoke
was,
as a
so I
smoker.
signed up. Does that mean I have to? I thought I was smoking a
It's
brisket.
something like that.
I haven't trained to fight.
But
What do
you'll be okay.
Will you fight 2 guys for me
What's
while I
up? I'm
smoke
not
a brisket?
JB after all. Here's JB.
For one of your briskets, sure.
Nice. All right, we're in.
What were you guys doing right now?
We're in. Are we still live?
I like how you guys were hanging out this late.
We have a studio.
They're
Give
probably
him
at
the
the
mic.
studio.
You can take it out of the
We have
thing.
a studio, NX Art Studios on 408 West Jackson Avenue.
Oh, that's
Bitch.
great. I teach chess classes there.
And you what? Where's the camera? Look what I built today.
It's over
Look
here.
what I built today.
It's over here. Or actually, hold on.
I built a Game Boy.
Oh, nice! It came out great.
Look at
It
that.
came out great.
Look at that
Yeah, it
shit.
came out great.
You're not gonna do the.
Wait, hold on.
Nice.
Come on, give me a cheer.
No, you have it. Yeah.
I'm cheering for
Go.
you.
Put it in. Put it in. Look at that. See that?
We're live with the Jerry and Burnaby podcast featuring Mickey, JB, Michael, and Out of Frame Julio.
And Julio, he's
We got out of frame.
So Burnaby,
sorry.
question:
Oh,
What
no,
made
no,
you
wait,
feel
hold on,
like
it's already-
you should start getting into art?
That's fine.
Is this what the
That's
stream is
fine.
turning into?
Yeah.
Oh, they took over the podcast.
I started drawing because of Dragon Ball Z.
How many people
I
are in
started
here? 1, 2, 3,
That's such a
4, 5, 6.
typical answer from
You need another- we need a
from
third
somebody here in the
camera.
valley. You couldn't give me something good, like.
no extra tray, right?
Oh no, he's cutting off my mic.
You're whispering in the mic.
He's whispering super softly. I'm always whispering.
All right.
You wearing your shin guards for real?
You putting them on right now or what?
Burnaby's always wearing shin guards because he never knows what he's going to run into in the streets.
You don't have
You don't have a cup? Just go to Walmart.
You got to do it like a
Hey,
fitting
I have
room
an
thing.
extra
You know
cup. I
that?
could give you. I could let you borrow a cup.
They have the
Get your
same
own-
ball
Oh,
size.
nice. They're the same.
They have the same ball and dick size.
Doesn't matter if one of
Burnaby.
you is cut and
Burnaby.
the other one's not.
Burnaby,
Who's
buy,
circum- you
means me and
can't be
Mickey have the
circumcised
same
if you
cock
want to.
size.
buy your own cup, Burnaby.
I think Mickey's cup might be
I
a
haven't
little too
washed
small.
mine. Where my cup?
As someone who has changed in front of both of them, with both of them, I think Mickey's cup is going to be too small.
Fuck it, Bernie. You don't need it. You're not gonna get hit in the nuts.
That's the only thing. I have to measure your ball sack.
Oh, I already know the circumference
Exact
and off the top of my head. I've been measuring it since we were 13. I already know. Like,
Wow. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jerry. That
Measure
came
the
in
yaw.
handy.
and I use the
yaw of
proper yarn thread with the measuring to,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, to get all
Yeah,
around.
because the first time I used measuring tape and there was
did you
like
get
blood.
around both the scrotums, like both.
Well,
You have to
first
get
I
the
did it
yaw
from
of
front
the
to back, and
the
then you do
yaw.
around.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
He's gonna go get the cup.
Oh, nice. Speaking of cups,
gonna check the
UFC
size.
284. Are we going to talk about that?
Oh yeah, we were saying that earlier. No, yeah,
That's
fucking.
we took. Oh, okay. I was like, that JB was out of camera. Yeah.
No, I'm still
Volkanovski
there.
knocked him down a good amount of times, bro. But
Yeah.
it's like me and JB were saying,
Yeah.
like he just didn't get up quick enough when he was.
Yeah.
taken down.
I think.
He just didn't get up quick enough.
I think the issue came that Volk early in the fight respected his Islam's wrestling too much.
He had to.
Yeah.
And he didn't realize that later in the fight, like he did later in the
It
fight, that
costed
he's
him.
able to get up pretty
Yeah,
easily.
exactly. It
Yeah, so that
costed
cost him those early rounds.
because he was thinking about it too much. And
Yeah,
It's like
which is why it made me mad because everybody was saying that Islam's a better striker than Volkanovski. Which, when you're a great wrestler, people respect your wrestling.
Right.
It's gonna open up the striking.
Yeah.
I mean, Khabib was a terrible striker,
Yeah.
and he was able to drop McGregor.
True.
Oh,
more
I think
time?
it was actually not counted as a knockdown.
as a knockdown.
Yeah, even though he planted his hand, I don't think
nice.
they counted it as a knockdown.
Oh, okay. It was
For
like
Khabib.
it was like a trip.
Yeah, I don't think they counted it as a knockdown or a trip or anything, but it opened
No,
it up
but-
because of the wrestling.
Would you like to
Yeah.
make a donation?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh my God, that cup is tiny.
Yeah, see.
Oh no.
Full cup.
Wait, let me smell that. It looks dirty.
Let him smell the cup.
He's smelling the cup on stream. This is a Christian podcast.
Actually, you know what?
I tried
actually-
talking about Gnosticism, and he didn't want to talk about Gnosticism.
It smelled like bidet.
Burn
Like
it,
what
bidet
the-
water. Put it on.
That's
and
the
we'll
original
kick-
Christian.
We'll kick you on
You
camera.
didn't, that's the
with it
original
on.
Christian.
I didn't say anything.
Nah, you didn't say anything.
What did you?
Put it on.
The demigurge.
Jerry, kick him now in front of the camera.
Dude, I'll do the Francis Ngannou punch to the nuts.
See if it works.
Do you have a glove?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's because I don't want to hurt my
Jerry,
wrist
do it.
because I'm doing triceps tomorrow. So
No,
I
I
don't
got
want to
you.
have like.
No, I got you. Yeah.
Wrap my hand and we can punch him in the nuts. Oh,
I'm not gonna wrap your hand.
Sorry,
Free
nuts
hand.
is a little.
Go, Jerry.
Oh, sorry. Were you not ready? Okay, ready?
He's not
Is
afraid.
it?
He's not
Is
afraid.
it? Wait, get it.
We're in the way,
Get
Mickey.
your
We're
crotch
in the
more.
way, Mickey.
Get your crotch more in the camera. All right, Julio, you can move the. You can move the.
Wait, come this way.
Go.
Come this way.
He's got it. He's got
I'm
it.
not gonna go too hard.
All right, that's good. Right there. No, Julio, you were good.
You ruined it.
Julio, didn't you go to right? We're good.
Michael's just freaking out.
Stick it out more.
How hard should I go?
Don't do it so
Ow, you moved that. Don't move. I'm not gonna go too hard.
Burnaby, don't move.
How bad was it?
wasn't too bad.
No,
Okay, a little harder.
go way harder, Jerry.
Last one hard. We're still good.
Okay, even harder.
It's a good cup. It's a good cup. That's why.
Do it again.
Wrap my hand and we'll-
Oh my god.
That's why it wasn't a big deal because it's a good cup.
Michael, did you want to get a shot at him? 'Cause
I'm okay.
We all take turns hitting birds in the net.
that's a new podcast. Welcome to.
If anybody
Hit Burnaby.
needs
Cock out, knock
if
out.
anybody ever needs a cup check, we got you.
I'm gonna do mine at an
I
angle.
am doing cup checks for $5 a
got
punch. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That segment was called "Hidden Burnaby in the Nuts."
In the nuts with the cup on.
Ouch, my balls.
We should do it where every time we hit him with something different, you know? What'll Burnaby get hit in the nuts with today?
Yeah, go to the TV and watch it. Ouch,
Episode
my
1,
balls.
me. Episode 2, a bat.
What will he get hit with next?
Yeah.
Episode number 5, a car.
If you desire further protection, consult your physician.
We're
What is
looking at.
that?
I think
It's not focusing. It's not,
What is that?
I can't even see it on there. I want to see what it is.
I don't even think it's autofocus. Just bring. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that might. Wait, hold on. Let me switch. Let me switch.
What is it?
No, it's not autofocusing. No.
You could just
But you can't see it though.
comment it.
All right, just go to Chulo Draws. All right.
Cooley Draws on Instagram.
Chulo draws on Instagram.
Yeah, it was next to the door. You didn't see it? I put it
Oh,
right
you
next.
know what
Yeah,
we should
they're
do
on the-
while
they're
we're
on
here
the ground.
too? We should name our band.
Take it off.
Deuces,
Take it easy.
deuces. Y'all take
Hey,
care.
look tomorrow, my friend.
Take care.
I'll be
So
watching the
cribs,
stream.
cribs, pasture houses. Yes.
JB, let's name our band while we're here.
It's right next to the
I
door.
had some ideas, honestly.
The Burnaby Ball Punchers.
No, it was
Oh.
it was the last greatest band on earth since the world is ending.
Oh yeah, that's
That
true.
was
yeah.
my
The world
idea.
is ending. Yeah.
But no,
Thanks
but
to all the lizard
no, but it's an
people.
acronym. It's an acronym.
Oh
The
no,
TL.
The Last of Us.
You're getting
Is that what you're
The
going
last
towards?
TLG.
the acronym's gonna involve the. You don't put the in an acronym.
It's a
The
T.
Last of
You
Us
gotta put
had the in the acronym, and
The
it's one of the
Last of
most
Us.
famous games of all time.
We're the last greatest
Do
band.
you have an
of all
acronym with
time.
the Mickey G podcast?
Is of in The Last of Us in the acronym? Of?
Yes.
Yes, it actually
They
is.
shouldn't have
yeah.
done that though.
Yeah.
It's because it's of.
It's
Can't do that.
Tulum.
The
All right, we'll take
of,
out the
Allow-
of.
and all of
You
those
know
don't
what? I
belong
can't
in
handle this. I'm
acronyms.
out of the band. Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go solo
was
as a
an
rapper.
idea.
Cherry Poppins.
Linguistics
just an
and English,
idea.
Mickey.
All right, last time we were on the street. Oh no, not last time. The one before.
Before.
I put out that we're gonna start writing music together. JB told Jerry,
Yeah.
and then Jerry's like, "Hey, so when are we gonna start?" And I told him, "Well, I don't know. We just barely started talking about it. We don't even have a." And then JB comes to me like a minute later, like, "Hey, are we starting to bet or not?"
I may have stirred
thought-
the pot on that. Yeah,
I thought.
Like JB, we can't just like
So what music are you gonna play?
Punk.
Yeah, like punk.
Oh,
pop,
I was
punk,
thinking
pop.
more like a Mazzy Star kind of thing, like fade into
We can do
Well, JB showed me a song that was pretty much Mazzy Star.
Oh, nice.
For real?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Nah, it was just like
I'm offended.
it was
we're just gonna
like,
cover old filthy rabbit songs. Gonna make it.
it was just really chill, or not chill, but it was like I don't know, how would you describe it?
It was probably Radiohead, High and Dry, and he thinks it's like.
It was just a little bit softer, not in a bad way.
I created this myself.
Look at this riff I'm working on. Mickey was like crying, like it's beautiful. It brought me closer to God.
This before.
Look at this riff I wrote. Bing, ding, ding.
Shine on your crazy diamonds.
Very soft and gentle.
Oh no!
Oh my God. Look, we're getting serious, okay? We're getting serious.
So going back to Idris Elba talking about
I thought we were
train
going back to
derailment.
UFC 284 because that's what me and JB were talking about, and you.
Yeah.
You watched the fight, right?
Where did we leave? I don't even know where we left.
Okay,
off.
so
Where did
We
leave
were
off?
talking about
about-
the train derailment, but then
Yeah.
after
Oh yeah. Trains.
Burns. And
I got lost after I hit Burns in the nuts.
Yeah, we started talking about UFC 284 because you left.
Burns got hit in the nuts, and I guess we're here now.
That's fine with me. Yeah,
I
no,
want Michael to take over.
No, that's.
Trying to keep
Hey, look, that's
Yeah.
fine with me. Do you know what? I was on the ship tour. I really thought that Volkanovski, that he would just be too small. I thought he would be too small. I thought he would get.
Okay.
Not only did I think he would get out wrestled, but I thought he would be able to hang with Islam.
He did.
In the early rounds. But I thought just like everyone else,
too slow.
Yeah.
I thought just like everyone else, the third, fourth round, that's when he wouldn't be able to maintain it. And
Right.
he would get worn out.
Yeah.
But even in the fourth, that's when he had that nice fucking hook to the
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
chin.
Exactly.
And
He was
down.
coming out.
And of course, the last minute of the fifth where he was on top. Like,
I thought either he was going to get strangled really quickly because he was so small, or he was going to get strangled in the later rounds because he couldn't keep up.
Right.
Neither
Yeah.
was true.
Neither
dude.
happened.
Yeah,
He
I
went-
thought
he
he
went
was
the
going to
distance.
go.
It was a
yeah.
great fucking fight.
He only got better
Give
as
Volk
the
some more
rounds went
time.
on.
He
Yeah,
probably
I
would've-
think it was,
would've
and
had
I was telling JB, I think it was the confidence.
Someone has the fight
thing.
on YouTube right now.
Like,
'Cause that's what I watched.
I think it was him worrying about the wrestling in the beginning, and then once he started to realize, hey, I can actually
He even
like
said it at the
I
end,
can
like-
actually control pretty good. I think that's what helped him gain his confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I think I saw a good like conversation about it where the net, like if they were to rematch, it would be interesting because now Volk has that confidence.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, yeah.
because his striking
That'd be
wasn't
good.
as great
That'd
because
be
he
a
was
good
so
fucking
worried about the
second
takedown he couldn't open up.
But he
so now he's
still
not worried.
He still had his striking. though.
Exactly. So imagine him going into a rematch. He's not afraid anymore to be taken down because he knows he
Right.
can handle himself.
Oh, no, yeah.
Imagine how much it would open up the striking, seeing especially that he dropped
But
Islam
even
was
then-
twice.
First and second
Even
round,
then,
they were
that gives
fucking
him time.
Yeah.
It gives him time to work on that whole wrestling aspect of it.
Here's something I'm
Hey,
so,
Craig Jones, man, good coach for the ground. Yeah.
Here's something I'm so glad about because I'm so anti the entire like Khabib's camp, the
Oh, yeah.
Dagestan.
Well, nobody was there.
Dagestani, like-
Dagestani.
Khabib
They
wasn't
weren't even
yeah.
there with Islam.
Khabib
I'm,
was,
I'm so like
Khabib didn't go. Yeah, he didn't want to.
He didn't. He didn't go. There,
He didn't want to take
Khabib
the,
wasn't
the
there.
focus off of Islam, so he didn't go to the fight.
Yeah.
I'm so anti that whole like that
was his
whole,
father's
like
plan.
Islam, Umar, Nurmagomedov, father's plan, Khabib.
he just doesn't like the Middle East.
all of them.
Muslims.
I hate that entire camp, dude.
Yeah.
I hate that entire camp. I hate all of them. And so it all stems from Khabib. I think they're all
Yeah.
rats. Okay.
Rats.
Rats.
He's quoting Conor McGregor. It's not a race thing. He's
quoting the temple.
For anyone watching.
He's
Conor
quoting the
McGregor?
temple.
You're just a rat to the cage anyway.
This is definitely a race thing, bro.
I'm trying to make him look better than he is. Like,
Just their country.
it's the whole like I'm super
Dagestan.
Christian
Ew.
I'm super Christian from watching this dark, scary man as a child, and now I hate anyone that's not super Christian except my friend Jerry for some reason.
These Russian rats.
But that's why
Russian rats.
I hate that entire camp. Okay. I am so satisfied with the outcome afterwards
yeah.
to where I didn't think afterwards I thought, do you know what? Volk is still the pound per
Oh, yeah,
pound
for sure.
number one.
Yes, I agreed
The fact
with
that
that,
he was
yeah.
able to go
Yeah.
up, hang with the best,
No,
and
yeah,
it's
he
like a
went the distance.
controversial decision to
Yeah.
where like a
Yeah.
lot of people thought he won. And regardless, even if you didn't think that he won, it was like a Johnny Hendricks GSP thing to where like he beat up Islam.
Yeah.
Islam didn't. Islam
Took away a lot of the.
At that point, it's just points.
The illusion of dominance, the illusion of indestruction. Yeah, it took it away.
Islam didn't annihilate Volk. I think that was
the
bigger
issue.
thing.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Islam didn't.
Dude,
completely
imagine what that
annihilate
does to Benel Dariush. Like, imagine the confidence that Benel's going to go into if he wins this next fight to get the title fight. But the bigger news that came out of 284, and I was wondering if you guys saw it, Dan Hooker on Twitter talking about Islam using an IV to rehydrate after weigh-ins.
Oh, really?
So he talked about it, saying obviously they were going to find out about it because they went over there to Australia, hired the doctor to give him IV. Well, the manager, Ali, what's his name?
Ali Abdelaziz. Ali Abdelaziz.
He tweeted out talking about how you can give a liter to up to 3 liters of IV fluid with the doctor prescription. But that's not actually true. You can only give 100 milliliters per 12 hours, which is up to 3.4 ounces.
The whole fucking body.
Exactly.
You're giving them more weight too.
Instead of 3.
Yeah, so it's 0.34 ounces or 100 milliliters instead of the 1 to 3 liters, he said. So basically, he kind of admitted they gave a liter
1 to 3
of
liters.
rehydration, which is way over limit. Like,
And he deleted that tweet afterwards. He deleted that tweet afterwards because it was
Yes.
incorrect.
Sportskeeda.
Yeah, Sportskeeda. Yes. So he deleted it after he was corrected by Jeff Nowitzki. That's actually
All right, here, look, there it is.
There it is. Yes.
Here's the original tweet. For all those idiots out there, any fighter under the UFC banner can take 2 to 3 liters of IV as long as it's done.
That's the iffy thing. Because it is 2 to 3 because it's like 2 point some.
As long as it's done by a nurse or a professional. Next week, I'm gonna expose everybody. Islam is the pound per pound king. Okay, Ariel Hawani retweeted it because it was after he deleted the tweet. Yes, he deleted it because someone, I would think, told him he was incriminating himself with this tweet.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot take 2 to 3 liters by a professional or not. It's 100 milliliters per 12 hours amongst other details.
Which is the 3.4 ounces. So it's not even a lot. Like 3.4 ounces is what. Like,
No, but 3.4
ounces compared to the 2 liters.
2
like,
liters,
dude.
That's
a
huge.
That's him bulking back up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
He basically
huge
like
difference.
he could have put on a good 30 to 40 pounds
right
afterwards with carbing back up.
If it was just a 0.34,
yeah,
a pound or two, a couple pounds at the most. Like
Well, 30, 40 is a lot. But
34 is a lot. So he could do like, he could probably get 3 to 5 pounds how they're doing the 2 to 3.
It's 100 milliliters, which is 3.4 ounces. So how many ounces are in a liter? About 8. So it's about.
Dude, I don't know. I just 8 pounds. Oh wait,
It's
no,
about
I'm
4
sorry. 1 gallon is around 8 to 9
They
pounds.
basically admitted to doing about 4 to 5 times more than the
we should
legal dosage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and so
that's fucked.
And so that's what. And
so that's the controversy with this.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I just saw the fight itself.
Yeah, it's all over. I was following this on Twitter like
Which
crazy.
kinda
You know
makes-
me and Twitter, man.
Which kind of makes sense. Like Islam was just like kind of just hanging on.
Because at the weigh-ins, he looked horrible.
At the weigh-ins, and do you know what? Let me play the weigh-ins actually.
See, so at that point,
he didn't
because
look
that's
the
the whole
same.
fucking thing with him either way. Because there's been other fights to where you're seeing fighters come in and they look malnourished.
Yeah.
But then for the fight, they're back
good.
to their like, okay,
Yeah.
like
And
I have more
that's
meat
why
on
they
them.
had banned IVs.
Look right there, look at that. Like,
around
fucking
whom this
Holocaust.
entire fight card was
So
built.
bad.
The undisputed UFC.
Okay, there you go.
Volk, of course, looked great because he was able to cut way less weight. You know.
And that's because that's him fighting underweight.
Yeah.
That's him fighting underweight.
Look, he weighed in jeans and shoes. Oh no! I was like, what the hell?
Take it easy, Jerry. He still had to cut weight.
Belt.
Yeah, but not as much.
But that's why Islam, you could tell he had a horrible weight cut because he cried afterwards.
Yeah.
After he made weight, he was tearing up. And so that's why, like, it's an emotional thing. If, like, you go through all these emotions, like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm not going to make the weight. And all my dreams are going to be lost, all this stuff. So the fact that you're able to go through those extra few minutes, those extra few whatever, and actually make the weight. And once you make it, it's an emotional experience.
Because when you fought, did you cut water weight when you had your fight?
Yeah, but I always did it Right. So it sucked,
Yeah.
but it just normal sucked.
Tell
it
them how they
wasn't-
weighed you. And
How did they weigh me? I don't know.
they just told you to write it on a piece of paper.
Oh, that was for Street Beefs. Street Beefs wasn't.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about the first fight because I remember you weighed about 190 for when you started cutting for the first fight.
Oh yeah.
And I remember you cut down. You were fighting at 155, but I don't know what you weighed when you went.
I weighed in at one. It was my first weight cut, so
Yeah.
I could have probably sipped a little bit of water. I weighed in at 153.
Okay, yeah.
And I was supposed to weigh in at 155, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't.
But you didn't go through like the salt manipulation or any of like the
All I did was what did I do?
the tapia diet.
Yeah, no. Well,
Yeah.
obviously I dieted. Yeah, but for both fights, I dieted. What I tried to do is I diet down to 160 or 161, 162, and then I cut those 7 pounds of water.
Oh, okay.
And then I just keep that up until the weigh-in.
That's fucking hell.
Seven
Yeah.
pounds is a good
Like for water weight?
Yeah, is a good amount of water weight to try to lose. Anything above 7 pounds, that's where it gets difficult, dude.
Okay, because at the start of the week you just cut out carbs. and there's your water weight.
Seven. Well, those 7 pounds happened the day before or the day of the weigh-in.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like it's not like a whole. You don't keep it off. You just try to keep it off for as short as amount of possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But that's why he
That's
had
crazy.
he had a difficult weight cut, and so that's why it was so emotional for him. And like that's why I think that's why I hate all these Dagestani wrestlers, dude. I think that's all they are. They're huge 155ers.
They know how to cut the weight.
Who kill themselves trying to weigh in.
Yeah.
Who kill themselves going down to 155, and they try to overpower 155ers.
And I heard about this, and I'm wondering how true it is because I know it works for bodybuilders.
The what?
But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see the stream on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on there. Check the Mickey G channel. I was just on there.
So I know, like, and for bodybuilders, because they have to make weigh-ins too
Yeah,
and
it's-
stuff,
it's
and
a-
it works for fighters. But I heard that having more muscle mass when you're cutting water weight is more beneficial because your muscle retains more water than fat. So for these guys that they don't have much fat on them, it should be. I mean, that's how they're able to cut so much water and kill themselves because they don't have as much fat, so they have more water retention in the muscles.
It should be easier, but that's how fucking big
Yeah,
they
that's how
are,
huge
dude.
they
It's like
are, yeah.
Usman trying to cut down to. It's not exactly like that, but like it's like an equivalent of an Usman trying to cut down to 155. They just kill themselves getting down to 155 so they could be way
'cause
bigger.
Even Woodley, I think he said the heaviest he got, and he fought at 170, was like 190, 195 maybe. So, I mean, these dudes weigh around that.
No, see, look, we weren't able to.
We were talking about Beneil Dariush.
Yeah.
And do you know what Beneil Dariush is such a what?
No, because I haven't tried sharing it too.
Yeah.
It got taken down.
On YouTube?
No, on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Yeah, look.
What the hell?
Yeah, because I was looking for us again right now, and it's not on.
Have we not been?
No, it got taken down.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look.
Yeah, and look, because I posted it.
We
And then I double checked.
What the hell is this
You
shit?
You should have never stopped the live stream to get Burnaby's Cup.
What did I see it on mine? Why don't you guys?
Oh, maybe because you're recording.
Maybe it's because it's me that.
Maybe you
it's
need to
like-
reshare it.
Well, no, because look, even if I go to.
Yeah, go to the Mickey G. Oh shit!
No, look.
What the? This
Look,
is
if I go to
some
Mickey, look, if I
bullshit.
go to your page right now.
Yeah.
Look, I'm on your page.
Yeah.
There's no live feature.
Oh, yeah, no.
And there's no live
Wait, let
on
me
the
put
page
you
in
on
itself.
Is it on YouTube?
Go ahead.
Yeah, look, I'm on the live feature.
YouTube,
down.
And I'm here.
subscriptions.
It's not there.
What the? This is some
Guys, I have pot
bullshit.
roast waiting for me, and we haven't even been live this whole time.
What the fuck?
I'm unsubscribing.
How come I could see? What the hell is
Dude,
this?
we're
shit?
not even live on
And it
YouTube.
shows that it's public. It shows. Hold on, let me.
ours, that's why there's no views right now. Because I've been
You son of a! This is fucking bullshit.
Did nobody watch me punch Burnaby in the balls? We're gonna have to
I am so pissed off, dude. This is
Because I
fucking.
even went on YouTube and I checked it on YouTube, but it's not on YouTube.
Wait, is it
right now.
recording though?
It's on fucking. All right. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on. Hold on.
So
Because I went to YouTube and it wasn't showing that it was live.
What the fuck? Do you know Priscilla even told me that too? She was like, I didn't get
remember
the
when I said it?
notification.
Remember, whatever.
Yeah, because look, I'm on his page right now and it's not there.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me see.
Pops up immediately.
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay. What the? This is some bullshit, dude. What the hell? That is so.
For reference, I said this about an hour ago.
That is
but
so unfair.
Mickey turned me down.
I'm telling you, look, I saw it on my look.
Mystic Jerry. Mystic Jerry.
I'm telling you, I can see the video. I don't know what. Hold on, this pisses me
Because it said on Michael's thing when he showed it right now, it said deleted. It's been deleted.
I didn't delete. I can
and then even
see
on
it
yours,
right
look,
now.
Go to your page right now and show him. It says it's been deleted.
Yeah, no, I see.
Due to copyright.
It's a due to copyright.
Is it due to copyright?
It just says this
Or
content
community standards.
This content isn't available.
Oh
right
God!
now.
Is it because I punched Burnaby in the balls?
It's usually because the owner only shared it with a small group of people.
Bullshit! I shared it
who
with.
could see it, or it's been deleted.
All right, hold on. Let me try.
Maybe you shared it, but God didn't.
Shut the hell up, Jerry.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing right now too.
Hold on, let me see it.
Alex has probably been wondering why I wasn't able to say
public
tangible
on the
for him.
thing. Hold on, let me.
He only shared it with himself.
This is fucking bullshit, dude.
This is so
I'm gonna take this off right now.
Technical difficulties. We're having technical difficulties.
Whoever's watching this right now.
Okay, now I could see it. It says Mickey G channel was live, and their video will be available soon. What the fuck does that mean?
It's getting reviewed.
This is some bullshit, dude. Maybe it's all the videos I don't know. Maybe it was what did we put out there that
We talked about black reparations.
I think it got cut off with the Proud Family.
I think it might have been that.
Yeah, I
we
think the
did
Proud
post
Family.
a lot of copyrighted shit, so maybe.
I think the Proud Family got us banned.
Oh my god!
Could have been the
Yeah, because again, it's been 2 hours and I posted that. and
It could have been the Ariana
not there.
Grande.
Oh, no, because I think we were still live at that point.
But that
This is some bullshit.
Ed literally put on a video of a dude jerking off with a turnip. on here.
Exactly.
And that didn't get taken down.
Yeah, you
It
can't
was
show
probably Jerry
reparations.
punching Barnaby's balls, dude.
No, because remember
that.
before I
It was
went to the
before that.
restroom where I said like, "Hey, I don't think we're live," and Mickey was like, "No, look, I'm seeing it right now. We're live."
This is why so many people go to like Rumble and all these fucking or Twitch and all these random
and
fucking
Grindr. They're always on there trying to watch videos.
It's an appy asshole.
Yeah.
That's why they do all that
Oh,
crap because they
shit.
get taken down for all these bullshit reasons. All right, check it right now.
Okay,
Refresh your
now-
feed.
I think now it's like
It's there now.
We're live now.
Yeah,
think
now it
so.
came back. Yeah, I refreshed it. Hopefully.
Oh
No,
God.
Yeah, now we're live.
Oh
That's
God.
some
Now we're
fucking
live.
bullshit.
Put
dude.
on
This
the
is
comments.
shit
I want to
fucking
see the
deal with.
comments.
You know what? Screw you, Facebook. Screw all of your fucking restrictions. Kiss my fucking ass. Yeah, I'm getting all these notifications. Michael reacted to, or Michael.
I just did that right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
What the fuck?
Screw you,
I've been
Facebook.
speaking into the ether for nothing, but again, that's what we're always doing.
Screw you,
Michael
Me and
Michael
JD,
was
that's why we're on
dropping
the same
knowledge.
thing.
unless we offended
same
somebody out
I
there.
am so pissed off
Okay.
about all
This is
this
the one thing we've
crap.
been saying all the
Look,
time.
guys, I need
It's all-
to.
it's an echo
I think
chamber.
this is my
It's an
fault,
echo chamber.
and I need to
Social media.
apologize. I need to have atonements for what I've done. I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
to
I made
anybody.
something about black reparations.
I am sorry for
I said
anybody
that.
who was punched in the balls recently, who was offended by me punching Burnaby in the balls.
I am so
Apology.
pissed off about this. I can't believe
How
it.
did we
For at
offend
least
you,
for at least an
Facebook?
hour, we were not on.
Dude, nobody saw Julio Burnaby crash the.
Yeah,
This
they
was
probably
the
didn't see
greatest
that. They probably
episode
didn't see that.
of the Mickey G
They didn't see
podcast.
any of that shit, dude.
Where are the comments at? You got to go live so we can see our
That
comments.
pisses me off so much. All right, let me bring out the.
Yeah.
comments. Nobody's commented yet. Well, we just went back.
Well, no, it was we were on for a little bit, and then when was that last comment?
Hey, that Jerry is.
Okay, so that's
Okay,
now.
there we go.
So literally at
Oh, look,
9,
Tony put I'm in.
at 9:12
Is when we went off.
is whenever
Okay,
around
9
that time. It was so around 9. I'll say 9:30,
What were-
9:40.
that was like right when I got here at 9:12.
This is a bunch
Wow.
of BS, dude. I can't
It got
believe all
taken
this
down.
shit happened.
Dude,
that's just showing that they don't want Mickey.
Now do you believe JB? Now do you think JB was right?
That means we're doing something right.
We're doing something right.
JB was right this whole time.
Kiss my ass. They're trying to censor me.
Yeah, JB was right.
Freaking censor
You
me.
can't
This is
stop
bullshit.
us. You can't stop the truth. The truth is coming for
Oh
you.
God. Oh no.
That pisses me off so much, dude. I can't fucking believe it.
This is a botched stream. They
we
botched it.
found all this out, and
botched
the whole time I was giving the best performance of my life.
You know, I know this is a Christian podcast, but
I'm
fuck
proud. I'm proud
Facebook.
of you.
Wait,
fuck
it is because
YouTube.
I've been seeing
Fuck
backwards
Meta.
this whole time.
Screw all that shit. I can't fucking believe it.
I said my UFO story. He said his spooky ghost story.
I'm like, ugh,
We're trying
I am
to-
so annoyed right now, dude.
Let's
What
start the
hell?
episode from the very beginning.
Go for it.
See, so-
Be like,